So Jake, when I was in Branson a couple weeks ago, one of my buddies was telling me a story. He's a football coach at Branson High School.
Go Pirates.
Go Pirates, 417 B-Town, get down. And I think he's a line coach of some sort. And he was telling me about this girl that he has on his team.
Okay.
I don't remember her actual name, but I absolutely remember this name. He said, yeah, she has this name, but she says, don't call me that. Call me Big Worm.
She chose that.
Yeah. And so my buddy, who is already like, he's living in conservative Branson, struggling to coach a football for a girl, is having to yell, Big Worm, lower, 6-inch steps.
Yeah, you think the worm would want to get into the ground,
The
but
worm would want to burrow.
She doesn't want to get low.
No, only when it rains. Like all of a sudden, Big Worm gets bigger.
All of a sudden, she's like outside my garage after it rains.
Yeah.
Big Worm. What a nickname, though.
Big Worm. Like, where'd that come from?
And it's not even like, let's even take away the fact that she's a woman. Just like a football nickname.
No.
Big Worm.
Big Worm.
Yeah, I'm skinny thorax. It's like something insect related.
Yo, call me Little Larva. My name's Sarah. Don't call me Sarah. Little Larva.
Yeah, I'm bee's wings. What's up?
Hey, yo. My name's Tina, but they call me Bed Bug.
That's funny.
Hey, yo. Well, give me a regular name for a girl.
I'm Sarah.
Hey, yo, my name's Sarah, but they call me Ridiculous Chrysalis. Ooh, I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Ridiculous Chrysalis.
Ridiculous Chrysalis.
That sounds like something Eminem would rhyme with. Like, I haven't heard of this word since like middle school.
Yeah.
And like you thought of it.
Sometimes I think rap is more educational than we realize for people,
I think it used to be more.
Yeah.
I think
not so much anymore. I don't listen to it too much anymore.
I think, yeah. What happened to rap music?
Whatever happened to rap?
I used to learn big words.
Rap used to be informative.
Yeah.
It was like Sesame Street on the streets. Whatever happened to it?
I used to really, really like intellectual rap, even like borderline intellectual, like even like Lil Wayne or something. Like at least I could like understand most words, and they were like, seemed like they were clever, they were witty. I also used to love Eminem, but then I like tried listening back to it, and I'm like, man, I don't know if this was as intelligent as I thought it was. Like when I was in high school, just like even that would be an example. Like I'm a ridiculous chrysalis. I'm slipping in this, missing the disc, and picking the kissing it. It's like, I thought that was like, dang, bars.
Wow,
that's so sick.
No, but in reality, he was like writing stuff. I was like, I got to figure out something that rhymes with ridiculous.
Yeah, it was just like, what my style is going to be is just rhyming the same sound over and over and over, even if it's not a word.
Yeah,
I need some napkins. What napkins? What napkins? Napkin.
And that sounds good.
What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What a napkins? What a napkins?
And you get a good beat on there. It sounds good, dude.
Like, dang, you nailed it.
Dude, people liked our rap or whatever you want to call that last week, where you were saying nonsensical noises.
It was barely even Spanish.
That's proof that it's all about the music and not the words, guys.
Yeah, and I did text you afterwards. I was like, dude, I'm listening back to the pod right now. Like the hook you sang is like kind of catchy. Yeah. Like I'm out on the golf course right now, like singing whatever melody.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
So I guess we should probably do that more.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Spanish every time. Oh,
I think we definitely change the language every time.
Scott, this is Brad and I texting you back right now because I think we were in a group text with him and Sam, and I don't think we've texted back.
He's like, did you see that video? I talked to him about it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Scott, here's my response. He's like, dude, you barely even sound like you were speaking Spanish. Hey, it was my first time doing a fake Spanish song. All right, Scott. So it sounded a little Italian at times, but I was trying my best.
Yeah. He was so pumped about Tunak, as I knew he would be. Oh, he was fired up. We'll have to throw it out on Patreon sometime.
Yeah. Video of old Scotty.
Yeah. Speaking of rap, do you ever listen to Logic? Because I have not. So this is not going to go very far if you say no.
Here are my quick thoughts on Logic.
Okay.
He is half black.
Yes.
Half white.
And he throws it around a lot.
Okay. This is about all I know from Logic.
That's like the one thing I know too, is like
he says the N-word in his songs. Yeah. Which is fine. But until you see him, and he looks as white as I do.
Yeah.
And
he looks a lot like you.
This feels wrong.
Yeah.
Like are you sure you're okay to say this?
Sure. Yeah.
Which I guess genetically, yes. But
Yeah.
visually, it's like, this is not right.
It's kind of like Carlos. It's like, I don't know about you, Carlos.
Yeah. Or like even me, like when I say the word chigger, when like, oh, I got some chigger bites. I'm like, I don't feel like I should say that.
Yeah.
And
Chigga.
yeah. You got to
I was
drop the
kidding.
hard R.
Yeah.
But still though, these days it's like, I don't even know.
Yeah,
I'm not even
yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
I'm just going to say mosquito across the board.
Right. The grass bugs.
Yeah. That's safer.
Yep.
So those are really my thoughts on Logic. Like, yeah, decently talented from what I know. Looks like Squints from
yeah.
Sandlot. They did a music video together.
I just listened to an interview one time. They did a music video together. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. They had
Oh,
like,
interesting.
I think it was Crystalia was Eminem, and
Okay.
it was a song that Eminem and Logic did together. Crystalia was Eminem, and Logic was played by Squints, all grown up from the Sandlot.
Really?
I
Okay.
think.
I just listened to an interview with him, and he sounds like the kind of rapper that would be smart in his lyrics, but
His
never
name
listened
is
to him.
Logic.
Exactly. I figured it was right up your alley, so that's why I didn't know if you listened to him.
Yo, psst, psst. It's Jake Triplett,
Hey.
aka Analytical.
Okay.
Let's get into it. That'd be my rap name.
Analytical.
Logistical.
Logistical.
Left-brained.
Yes.
That'd be me.
That'd be spreadsheet.
They call me balanced spreadsheet.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into the sheets.
Yeah.
You would say.
I'm a freak in the sheets.
Mhm.
Spreadsheets, baby.
Come on. That's
Talk
right.
dirty to me in
Oh.
the attachments.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
What's going on? What do we got going on this week? Episode 123.
What? Oh, episode 123. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Saturday afternoon for us. I went to Chick-fil-A earlier today. I went to Chick-fil-A earlier this week and I went inside to get some work done.
Oh,
It was
good old
special.
days.
Yeah, it was special. I got to see Domi, our favorite girl.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a new listener, Domi is, how would you describe Domi, Brad?
She is a 5'4" Mexican woman. Very sweet. She works the I don't know, like the dining area in Chick-fil-A and just like refills all the drinks, all the trash, throw it away, and just very diligent, very hard worker, very blunt with you, which I think is kind of a Latin American thing anyway.
Mhm.
But the thing that she's really known for is one time we were talking about religion or something. She's Catholic. Classic line from Domi: "You should really go Catholic. You should really go Catholic."
Mhm.
Like she just like is not afraid to just like I'm like somewhat afraid to say that kind of stuff to people, and she just straight up just is very blunt with it. So,
Yeah, Domi's awesome. We haven't been able to interact with her much in the last year and a half, just because it's been drive-through only.
I saw her in the drive-through one time. I went through the drive-through and she was there, like, you know, filling up kids' bags or whatever. She goes, "Hey, good to see you. How are you?" I said, "Good. What's going on
Dude,
with
you do her voice really well. That's amazing.
Good to see you. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Like, you guys been really busy today?" And she doesn't respond to me. And then about 3 seconds later, she just goes, "Okay, good to see you." And I say,
That's the classic Domi.
which like she speaks really good English. Like, I'm not saying like
It's
she didn't
not that.
understand me. It was
Yeah.
like she was just distracted by something or whatever.
Like, all right, move along.
And
sir.
I go, "Okay, see you, Domi.
I don't know. I don't care how good of friends we are.
Good to see you guys."
Okay, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Man,
So-
I want to record Domi talking just so you guys can like compare Brad's voice to her voice. It's pretty similar.
If I can hear something in my head, that's like, yeah, I can absolutely do a voice for it.
Yeah, it's incredible quality.
Oh,
But
thank you.
yeah, I got to see Domi inside. I brought my laptop in to get some work done, and so we got to catch up. I was not in a hurry. She was in a hurry. We just got to chit chat, and right away she's like, you know, "Are you still working? Are you still working?" You know, and
I think she's worried about us financially
yeah,
sometimes.
she is. I think she.
like, because we hung out at Chick-fil-A all the time,
She's
doing
like,
our work.
Yeah.
But like these guys are hanging out way too
Not
much
in her
during
eyes.
the week.
Yeah, she's
This
like-
was before work from home was a thing. And so she was really nervous about this.
So she's like, "Are you working?" I was like, yeah, I'm still working and everything. And she's like, "And are you still single?" And I was like, like right
straight
away,
up,
yeah.
Are you still single?
Are you still single? And
Do you want me to pray for it?
there was kind of a tone to that. I think it was like doing like check-ins, like making sure everything's all good to go. And so I kind of like, I'm realizing this tone. So I'm like, I am still working. I am still single, but like, you know, like I'm happy. I'm trying to have like a, you know, trying to get a little deeper. I'm like, I'm still very happy and I'm loving what I'm doing, everything. And she goes, "Well, you know, it's about balance. It's about balance. Sometimes you need someone to come home to, and you know, it's good. You should find someone. You should find someone." And
She would have said that no matter if you said you were happy or sad. Like,
yeah, I was like, I don't know if you heard what I
she
was
was
saying.
queued it up.
Yeah, so she was not totally like, I don't know, pleased that I'm just like single and happy.
Yeah.
You need to find someone.
Yeah.
And anyway, that was fine. We got talking later. She refills my drink, and you know, I think I said something like, "Man, it's dead in here." You know, I was like, "Is that normal?" Like it was like 1 p.m. or something. And she was like, "Yeah, you know, it's kind of been dead more recently." And I was like, maybe with the pandemic, like everyone's been so used to the drive-through that they don't even consider going inside anymore. Like everyone's just been trained to like go through the drive-through. And she's like, yes, they are trained that way. And I wrote this down. This is like the final words. She's like leaving. She's like, yes, they are trained to go through the drive-through. The government is trying to program your brain. Okay, have a good day. That was her last full sentence to me. The government is trying to program your brain. Like, whoa, Domi.
Like, what a cliffhanger.
Let's get back to that.
That'll bring you back.
Come back here.
Yeah.
I need to hear more about that.
Okay, have a good day, guys.
Okay, have a good day. 9/11 was an inside job. Okay, you guys have a good one.
Okay, have a good day. There's 2 shooters. There were 2 shooters at JFK. Okay, have a good day. Okay. The Denver airport is run by the Illuminati. Okay, have a good day. Like, oh, okay.
Thank you guys for coming in today. If you get the vaccine, we'll have 5G inside of you. Okay, you guys, pull ahead.
Okay. Okay, nice to see you. Yeah, Sandy Hook was an inside job. Okay, bye. Like, whoa, Domi.
It's a huge thing to say.
I don't think so.
I really don't. I don't think you're going to be on the right side of history on this thing.
Okay, guys. Okay, you're still single. I hope you find a girlfriend. I hope Stevie Wonder's not blind. Okay.
Okay, have a good day.
Okay, have a good day, guys. Okay. The government's trying to program your brains.
Word for word.
I'm very intrigued.
I know.
I don't know if I disagree with you, Domi, first of all, but I'm interested to know, like, that's so broad. That's so vague.
And I was meaning like we have become conditioned to go through the drive-through. He's like, yes, the government is trying to program
the drive-through. It's because of Biden.
Yes.
It's because of the Joe Biden, Jose Biden.
Jose Biden.
You know,
Sleepy Jose. You know,
I love because she knows I speak Spanish, so she'll sometimes like ask me how to say something in English.
Yeah.
So it'd be so funny to be like, how you say Jose Biden? Jose Biden? You know? ¿Tú sabes? ¿Conozcas Jose Biden? That's amazing. The government's
So it's kind of a fun like interaction.
Okay.
It really did have me like wanting more. Like I really wanted to refill my drink one more time.
Just in case. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, can I get some more ice?
Actually, can I get a second lid?
Do you mind?
Come back over here.
This lid you like punch it through. Like this lid just broke. I don't know what happened.
Oh, second lid remind me of second dose. You should not be getting a second dose.
Do not get the second one. The first one is just fine. Yeah. That's too good, man. Oh, man.
I'm currently half vaxxed right now.
Half haxed.
I'm hackstazed ridged right now.
Okay. How's that?
It feels good. I think I like where I'm at. It's a nice sweet spot. I think I'll stay here.
Really?
No.
But do you get the proof after the first one?
The proof?
Like, you know how people like, you have to like get in like certain places you have to like use.
Yeah. They give you an index card that's just a little bigger than every wallet ever made. Just like a pretty inconvenient to carry around with you.
Yeah.
And they just write down like the date.
You're good.
It's like, I could have made this. I could have so easily made this.
My Aunt Cindy was saying, and this is like a friend of a friend, so who knows if it's really true, but I believed her, that somebody was trying to come back from Mexico on vacation and they got like a positive COVID test. And so they just
made like a fake vaccine card.
Yeah, they just went and bought one in Mexico for like $100 for somebody. And then they got in like that day.
You should really buy a fake vaccine card.
You should really go to Mexico. Guadalajara, yes.
Yeah, the vaccine cards. I was expecting more. Maybe a little laminate, maybe Sharpie.
Yeah, you had to pay extra for that.
Okay.
Is that you probably went to CVS.
I went to CVS.
Only Walgreens. Yeah,
I went to CVS.
Walgreens, they'll laminate for you. Urgent care, you know.
Yeah. And
it says put it up there till I still love that. It says put it up there till I feel resistance.
Resistance, dude. It was so scary to hear that from a doctor reading off a piece of paper. Like clearly not super comfortable doing this.
Like, do you think that if you would have said, hey, can I just do it myself? Do you think he would have said yes?
I don't know. He already had the gloves on. You know, he was already primed. He was ready to go. Like, I don't want to waste these gloves.
Yeah.
So.
I have the nitrile gloves on, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But
yeah, the vaccine cards, they're fun. I got them in my glove box or in my center console right now. I'm definitely going to forget about that. And yeah, I love the size of them. I think this is going to be the new, like, a bunch of girls go out or like the wife goes out. It's like one extra thing that a wife can leave behind at home. It's like, I forgot my ID.
Yeah, dude.
And my vaccine card. Let's just go home.
Are you a forgetful person when you go out? Because I am getting worse and worse.
Really?
I think because I don't have a system for a lot of my things. Like I often will come home, put the keys like in my truck, like just throw them in the.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. But then sometimes you forget them. Like you don't realize that they're always there, or like I'll throw them in my pocket and then I'll change from my work clothes to my regular clothes. And I'll literally just assume like as I'm walking out and I don't have my keys, like, they're probably in my truck. Yeah. And so often
I could never do this.
It's killer. Like I bet genuinely 3 times a week at least I have to come back inside after I say like all my goodbyes, give Catherine a kiss. I forgot my keys. I don't know where they are. And so actually last week I texted you this because you had hung out with me on Wednesday night. I think we had dinner at my house, and then all of Thursday, I could not find my keys to the point where like the last time I remember having them was like, I unlocked my door inside and I was like, maybe they like stayed in the door and Isaac, whenever he came over, like pulled them out, put them in his pocket to give to me and forgot.
Right.
Yeah. Like that was how far I had gotten with it and could not find my keys for the longest time. Was really nervous that Bo just takes things and like puts them, he loves like, we have a basketball, like a little Fisher Price basketball hoop for him. And so he loves like putting things in basketball hoop style things. So like we'll throw random things in our laundry hamper or in the trash can. And I was like, Bo like did something with my keys. And the entire day I couldn't find them, was like texting people like that might know. And then I had Peter and Sophie over for dinner that night. And Peter is worse than anybody I know at losing things.
Yeah, I was his roommate for a while.
So then I reverse engineered that and thought like, okay, Peter must be also the best person I know at finding things. And so we scoured the whole house and found them like literally right next to where my keys are always.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Literally it was like underneath like the bowl, like in a crack that like we hadn't like moved the bowl. But all day I was like thinking I'm going to have to get new keys because I didn't have a spare, like an idiot.
That would be annoying.
So
when we were in Hawaii, Isaac couldn't find his phone when we were all in the van. We're doing the road to Hana and he can't find his phone. It's like, oh man, is it like somewhere at like a stop we had? But he's got an Apple Watch. So he's able to like ping, find my iPhone. And the pinging sound is going off for sure in the car. It's like, oh, great. Okay. Whew. Sigh relief. It's in the car somewhere. And then it pings more. And like, no one can find it. Like I'm in the front. I'm like, all right, it's definitely behind me, obviously.
Yeah.
Chris is in the very back being like, I think it's in front of me. But 5 people in the car and none of us have an idea of like where it's at. It was the strangest sound. Like all like people like who should be able to hear things. And none of us can tell where it's at. And we're like, is it underneath us? You know, we're like moving our heads all over. There was one time where I kind of like hit the brakes while I was driving and it got really loud. It's like, okay.
Slam on that again.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, it's sliding underneath something. It's like under the mats or it's under something where like so like, Jake, hit the brakes again, hit the brakes. So I'm just like slamming on the brakes on the road to Hana, trying to like get in the, like, but it wasn't every time, but every now and then I would hit the brakes.
If I turned right and hit the brakes, it was fine. Yeah.
Jace is looking all over. He's like, okay, sometimes when I bend down, it seems like it gets like way louder. And so we're like, okay, so it's like probably in the floorboard, like right there or whatever. Eventually I just like pull over. Like this is taking forever. We got to figure this out. It's driving me nuts. Everybody get out. Isaac, keep pinging it. We get out of the car. Jace was sitting on Isaac's phone for at least 15 minutes.
Too much junk in the trunk.
Oh my gosh. We were so pissed.
The whole phone? Like you got to be able to feel that.
The whole entire phone. And that's why when I would hit the brakes, like his butt would come off the seat a little bit. It would get a little louder.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no, there it was. Oh, it's quiet again. Oh, dang. That's why it was so muffled. It was impossible to hear. So don't ask Jace to find anything for you.
Catherine the other day, like I couldn't find my phone. She's like, I think you're sitting on it. I think you're sitting. And I was like, Catherine, I know I'm a big guy, but there's no way I'm just sitting on my phone and not realizing it. Like I have enough sensitivity down there.
You would think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think like someday we should do like a normal person Olympics or call it something like that and have like, see how long it would take everybody to find the same like lost iPhone. Because I think I have really bad ability to like hear where things are coming from.
I'm not great at that either.
Like I can hear it. This is in the room, but I think it's like way different place.
Normal person Olympics is kind of fun.
Yeah. What else would we do for that? We got
like, can you just like, can you renew your tags on time?
Oh, okay.
That's kind of just a fun task. Like that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like while balancing everything else going on.
Yeah. You struggle with that more than
maybe that's
the
just
average
me.
person.
I got pulled over 2 nights ago for that very thing.
Did you?
So it's on my mind.
Did you get a ticket?
No, it's Prairie Village cop. So I was like, at that time, probably one of the hardest criminals in Prairie Village at the time. I think he just wanted someone to talk to.
Yeah.
He was in no way interested in giving me a ticket.
He's like, nice car though.
Yeah. He was like, hey, so where you headed tonight? And it wasn't like I'm trying to be careful. I think it was like wanting conversation. Just
so like is it good food?
What'd you do before that?
They got specials?
What?
Like,
how are their street tacos? I've heard good things.
Right.
But
that's funny.
I would never, I'm a big systems guy. I would never lose my keys. That'd be my rap name.
Never lose my keys.
What's up? My name is Jay Triplet, AKA I got systems in place.
So where are your keys right now? Oh, okay. Okay. Where's your wallet right now?
It is on the like the mantle looking thing, like upstairs where there's like a little window, like you could see the TV from the stairs.
So you walk in, put your wallet there every single time.
Even like when we're on the road on tour, I have a designated spot for my wallet. Like when I enter a place for the first time, it's like, this is my wallet spot.
Okay. Good for you.
Spot for shoes, spot for wallet, spot for everything.
I don't think I realized that about you. I think I used to be that way. And I just maybe get so sidetracked these days. Like, where I just like kind of throw it and like, I'll figure that that out later. But
I was actually telling Domi that, and she's like, "You need a place for a woman. You need to find a place and have a designated spot for a woman every day.
Where's a spot in your heart for your girl? Yeah, put this spot right here. Is empty." It's like, well, Domi, my Bible says singleness is a gift. So anyway,
she's like, "Oh, you get the single shot, Johnson & Johnson. It's also dangerous."
Oh yeah,
just Domi, quit bringing up the vaccine.
The efficacy of that thing is not good. Not good. I tell you what. Oh, that's good. But yeah, anyway, normal person Olympics. Also, what do we
like? Weed eating.
Yes, I've never weed eaten in my life.
Oh, really?
True story.
Never.
My dad.
You never felt that you vibrate on the weed eater for about 45 minutes. You come inside and your arms feel like goose necks.
Tingles.
Yeah.
No, 45 minutes. Did it take that long?
In Stratford.
I guess you have a big lawn. Yeah.
Thanks.
No, like my dad, for whatever reason, would always weed eat for me when I mowed the lawn. I don't know.
Lucky.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Traditional gender roles.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you guys.
The son mows the lawn, but the dad still gets to weed eat.
But my daddy owns the lake.
Dude, since we brought up weed eating, I want to ask your opinion about this, actually. We have lawnmowers that mow our lawn. You know?
What?
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Like a human.
Yeah.
Not the apparatus. Not
Both.
the machine.
They humans,
both together.
Humans use. So we hire these people out, and they're doing a really bad job of weed eating.
Okay.
And
see, this is why I should go in the normal person Olympics. It's kind of tough.
Is it? Or is it just like, just you either do it or you don't sometimes? like I'm getting frustrated because I'm paying the same amount that I've always paid, but I feel like they're getting worse and worse. And I'm like, this is bothering me. Do I say something or do I just let it go? Because I don't have a weed eater to even do it myself. It's not like just do it yourself if you're going to complain about it so much. It's like,
you don't have your weed eater's license.
I don't.
I would love to, but
I did, but it expired and I don't have
you didn't renew the tags.
So yeah.
I haven't weed eated since high school, but from what I remember, I would say there's two issues probably happening. One, just pure laziness, just don't want to do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Or the second one would be like weed eating around trees can be tough because if you like cut too into the trees, you can like kill a tree, I think, by like cutting into them.
Really?
Yeah. Or I don't know. I think it's just not good to like cut into.
Yeah. I didn't realize the weed eater was that strong that it could cut into trees.
Big dime.
We don't have trees. So moot point. We have a peach tree. We have a peach tree. It's
still growing.
2 feet tall.
I don't know why they're doing a bad job.
It's just frustrating. And I have tendencies of like a Karen, in my life. And so I don't want to like be too like, hey, why aren't you doing this better for me? And I want to be nice and like consider it, but I'm also like, I'm paying you money to do a job and you're doing it mediocrely. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Or maybe I'm just going to hire a new lawnmower. This is like my passive way of thinking is like, I'm just going to fire them at the end of the season once it's winter and they're not mowing my lawn.
I would absolutely do the same thing.
Would you?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not going to renew my contract with you, basically.
Or, fun idea, hire a second one, have them show up at the same time as the other one, and have a little battle.
Oh.
Battle Royale.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I guess whichever one of you guys wants it bad enough.
Right. Yeah.
The price is still the same, but whichever one of you wants it.
Right. No bidding wars.
Yeah, you're not negotiating here.
Yeah.
Just, figure it out.
Okay, weed eating.
So, normal Olympics. We got... like how many, how successfully can you fill up a water bottle in your sink without like having water all on the outside of the bottle? I think that's something that kind of weirdly annoys me.
Dude, I'm bad at that. I'm bad at that.
Outside this thing is soaked.
It's way worse if it's not water too. Like I fill up Bo's milk every single morning in his bottle.
That's rough.
And today, like not every time, but I bet 3 out of 11 times. What percentage is that?
That
33?
is 0.272727 repeating.
0.27 repeating times percentage. I mess up. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you got milk everywhere, and then you gotta like wipe it all down.
You got milk hands.
But then the rag is all milky, and you still have like milk somehow. You don't ever get it all the way off. So,
all right.
What about
another? You got one?
Yeah, I got one. Choosing the right container for Tupperware to put leftovers in.
Oh yeah, even just like lids at a Chipotle. Sometimes I screw that up. Like, I grabbed a medium lid.
It's amazing. Like I'll be like, oh, this one needs a really big Tupperware, and then you get it, and it looks like Rhode Island in there. Like there's nothing in there.
That would be a fun game.
Yeah.
Just lids strewn everywhere. You got to match the lid.
Yes,
that's a fun game.
Yeah, Catherine would dominate.
One on my team
like,
for that.
My wife is amazing at that. You guys.
All right, I got one for just the fellas.
Okay.
Do you ever try to pee standing up while brushing your teeth?
Oh yeah.
Tricky.
In the shower every single. No, I was kidding.
Oh, triple tasking.
Yeah.
I find that as long as I go, like I'm a right-handed toothbrusher. If I brush the right side of my mouth, we're fine.
Okay.
But I am shocked at like the minimal amount of movement. So then to go crossbody, I brush the left side of my mouth, and I am.
Yeah.
The fire hose is going everywhere, all over the house. It's crazy.
The hose, the fire hose got disconnected from.
Yeah. Too much pressure or something.
Yeah.
So I can't really do it anymore. I stopped trying.
You go cross body, you can't. Yeah.
It's crazy. Like that's the difference. Just right there and right there. That is
Really?
enough to make those hips swing, baby.
Really?
So
Okay.
I think that needs to be a competition, like cross-mouthed toothbrushing,
Oh, I like it.
urination accuracy contest. It's tricky.
But it's all in the honor system because no one wants to watch you do that.
Yeah. So how
How'd
good
you
you do?
do? Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, scale of 1 to 10. Okay. The Normal Person Olympics coming soon to a theater near you.
Those are my thoughts.
Yep. I like that. Okay.
All right. Brad, are we ready for the story?
Yes, I do want to hear the story. I haven't. Yeah. Yep.
It's time for the story, guys. As I mentioned last week, I wanted to get a hotel room for myself just for a couple nights, one weekend, Labor Day weekend. I wasn't doing anything. It's like, this is the time to do it. I'm going to work on nothing but stand-up comedy content. I'm going to be writing when we figure out my merch, figuring out giveaways, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just knock it out. Be by myself. And several people I told this to are like, that's such a great idea. Like I would be doing the exact same thing. I'm like, thank you. Just to get out of the house.
It sounds great.
Yeah. I just have like not be with my own habits, my own rhythms. I don't know where my wallet is. It's a new hotel room. That's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you unpack your clothes when you got there?
of course not. I actually didn't really pack any.
Okay.
I had like one
Bold.
change of everything.
Yeah.
Kind of. I was like, I'm not going to be doing anything. So it
Right.
didn't matter. And then,
So you thought.
yeah, well, then
kidding.
this is like aside from everything that happened in there, I did such a bad job of just like staying there. I just kept getting invited to stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to not go do that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're all watching like movies on my back porch. I hung up a bedsheet and a projector. Like that sounds that's such a vibe.
Yeah, of course.
I got to go there. And
Yeah.
then Isaac invited me golfing. So I did a lot of stuff. I wasn't in the hotel that often. But I have been very productive since then. So I think it kind of stirred something inside of me.
Yes.
I wasn't necessarily super productive in the hotel, but since then, like
once
every
you get
shower,
the itch, though, you're getting there. Yeah.
I've written more stand-up comedy material this week than I have any other like month of my life, which
Wow.
is cool. Like every shower, nuts. I'm coming out of there, wet thumbs, typing away.
Love it.
Everything's misspelled, but I got to figure it out later. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the story. The Econolodge, which I think last week you're like, ooh, lodge sounds fun.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice to you, to be honest.
I will say,
We have an Econolodge in Olathe, and it was not the best location in the world. I'll say that.
this location was fine. This one was right off Shawnee Mission Parkway, like between the Steak and Shake and Quick
Yep,
Trip. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that eventually. I was like, oh, he's at the place by the Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
High roller.
So anyway, right away, I didn't, expect too much, but I didn't need much. I just wanted to like be in my room.
Sure.
And so let's just get right into it. The first morning, I actually I went like right to bed that first night. I slept like 10 hours or something.
Heck yeah.
I'm awake in the morning. It's about 9:30 a.m.
Continental B.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about making my way down there. I was still in my room at this point, and I'm awake, and there is a knock at the door. So I'm like, oh, it's probably housekeeping or whatever. So
The lodge. They get them up early.
yeah, I start to get out of bed. I'm in only my boxers. So I'm like, I'm going to like throw on some shorts, throw on a shirt, and then I'll like talk to the woman and tell her to like, come back in 30 minutes or something like that.
And by the way, the government's trying to program you.
Something quick like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll slip something in as I head out. As I'm in the process of getting out of my bed and standing up, I have not even had time to put on my shorts yet. And remember, these people like just knocked. Like I'm awake. It wasn't like maybe they've been knocking for a while. All of a sudden, there is a man in my room.
What?
There is a man in my room.
Tell me about this.
So, and he is just like borderline yelling at me, like very like quickly and sternly yelling, you need to move your car. You need to move your car. And so that's going through my mind. I'm like, what? I need to move my car. How does he know what car I have? And then also, if you can imagine, like this hotel room is like blacked out. Like I drew the curtains. Like it was so dark in there, and just a beam of light. It was like I was in the room with the man and the Ark of the Covenant. So it was so bright. I can't even, like, my eyes are so shut. I'm like, what? All this is going through my mind, and the only thing I could think to say at the time, I just go, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
who are? He says, "You have to move your car right now." And I was just like, okay. And like I can't even process like what's happening right now. I'm just like, why? And he's like, we're doing like the parking lot is being like resealed this morning. You have to move your car right now. And I was like, why didn't you tell me this last night?
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm sorry, it has to be right now. And I was like, did you guys like just figure this out? It was a surprise.
What day was this?
This would have been Sunday morning.
Yeah. Who reseals something on a Sunday?
Yeah, not me.
Like I was like, that's a weekend job?
Yeah. It was Sunday morning. And I'm just like, thrown off. And he's pointing directly to my car. And so I'm like, how does he know which car is mine? I'm just like very thrown off by this. Like
you were at a place that was like a door right by your car, right?
Yeah, kind of motel style.
Motel. I always get those confused.
But I'm on the second floor. He's pointing down at my car. And once again, I'm just like, who are you? Because he didn't answer me the first time. Or no, I think the second time I said, do you work here?
Yeah.
Like truly, like, are you part of the parking lot people? Like what's happening? And
surely they're not giving parking lot people just access to rooms.
I didn't even know how he got in there. It happened so fast. And I said, do you work here? And he said, yes, I use my keys to get in. I was like, okay, well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me. Okay. So
he knocked twice.
And it was like now he's in my room. Like a little delay. Yeah. It was very fast.
No.
And so
like that, and you don't even pronounce yourself when you're walking in. Like, hey, just like very slowly. Oh, whatever. Okay.
So
I'm fired up for you right now.
Yeah. I was already like, oh my gosh, like this is just like kind of absurd. Like I'm just trying to think of like in this day and age, how can you ever just like justify doing that?
Right.
You need to be so careful.
Right.
Especially using your authority, your keys to like enter someone's private like quarters, like just like non-consensually. Like, dude, you just cannot be doing this.
Yeah. That's weird.
So anyway, I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is just I'll start my day, right? I'll move my car and I'll go like get some stuff done. So I go to Panera Bread. Oh, Panera Bread. I didn't get it because I wasn't in the mood for lunch yet, but they have a grilled cheese mac and cheese, varsity donut style.
Do they really?
I haven't got it yet. But just for all the K-State people out there,
okay,
grilled cheese mac and cheese now at Panera Bread.
Good to know.
Right?
That's fun.
Might get it after this.
Catherine's going to hear that and go right away.
Oh, Kath. Hey, text me. I'll go anytime you want. And so I'm kind of going about my day. I run a couple errands. I do everything but get my tags renewed. And I come back to the hotel. And now it's like, 10 a.m. by the time I leave the hotel, probably. I come back at 2 p.m. I ran a lot of errands. Got lunch. I go and work somewhere. And I come back at 2 p.m. There's still so many cars parked on that side of the parking lot. So I get more frustrated. Like, this is so far from urgent.
Yeah.
You acted like the Taliban was all over us. You
right
gotta
now.
move your car right now.
Get it out of here.
Now. You entered my room for this. And that made it more frustrating. It's like, this is so far from urgent. This is so annoying. And just like, we have a phone call or we have a telephone in our room. This is like, just to have a call me.
Sure.
You know, and
at
so
least,
I was just like,
I
might say something to this guy. You know, I might say something to him. I go, I think later that day, Isaac invited me to go golf. And I go golf. And then that night is when I got invited to go to watch a movie with some people on the back porch. There's string lights, total vibe.
Heck yeah.
And I'm telling them about it. There's some girls there. And like, you need to talk to them, even not for you, just for the sake of like other women in the future. He needs to know that he can't do this.
That's what that was the first thing I thought of, is like, obviously a little bit inappropriate, but like, what if a girl's like showering? Like he doesn't know if you're married or, you know, whatever. Like, that's just weird.
And that is what I said to him later on. I brought that up. Yeah. And so I'm like, you know what? I probably will. I didn't get back till late at night, but I was like, the next morning, depending on how I feel, you know, I'll sleep on it. But I think I'll probably say something to the guy. So it's 9:30 a.m. again, or, you know, sometime around there. Once
Continental
again,
B.
I'm awake and there's a knock at the door. This time, way quicker, you know, they were judging Tom Brady's
release time?
Release time. Yeah. Way quicker release time on Thursday Night Football on Labor Day
for
morning.
You, way quicker release time.
Yeah. I mean, he went so fast from knock to he's in my room again.
What?
Monday morning, Labor Day, he comes in my room again. After I feel like I was already pretty upset the first time. Like I let him know, like, who are you? You shouldn't be doing this. You get me in my room.
Okay, you got to start deadbolting first of all.
I guess so.
Yeah.
If you're at the lodge, deadbolt away.
Yeah.
Or whatever that chainmail thing is. Use that.
Yeah.
This time I was still in bed and very much, I can't even emphasize enough how bright it is when an Indian man walks in your room.
Because it's not
so bright.
Because it's not a hotel where it's just a hallway.
It's straight sunlight. Nothing but sunlight coming into this pitch black room. My eyes are basically shut. I can tell that it's not housekeeping and it's this guy again. And I'm just like, what? I say that. And then he's like in my room, sees that I'm in bed. Once again, I'm shirtless, like pretty like, you know, weird position to be in. And he's like, oh, I apologize, sir. I apologize. And then like walks away again. And so I'm just like, all right, that's it. Now I'm like pretty upset. I'm like, I can't. Now it's not a coincidence. It's not like he did this, he forgot, whatever. It's like, this guy is probably a creep. He wants to like bust in and see something. He wants to like just keep getting better looks at me. Or even the bare minimum is that he likes using his authority to like prey on like your privacy. Or I don't even know what the theories are, but it's just like,
weird.
This dude's messed up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to stand for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have mentioned this at the beginning. When I turned 30, like, 2 weeks ago or whatever, I kind of had a conversation with myself like, hey, I'm 30 now. I'm an adult,
Okay.
I got to start standing up for myself more. So that was like part of it too. It's like, you know what? This is my test.
Yeah.
Are you going to stand up for yourself or not? So I don't go down right away because I'm just like, let me like figure out really what I'm going to say to this guy. And I don't want to be like, I'm not going to go in there guns blazing, Karen style. I want to like talk to him and have a civil conversation. So I'm gearing up for what I'm going to say. I'm packing up, I'm showering. And then I get a phone call when I'm out of the shower. I'm like, you know what? I was just getting all upset. I bet he's calling to apologize. I bet that's what it is. I answer the phone, and it's a woman at the front desk. It's like 10:30 a.m. Woman calls. Hey, just want to let you know, checkout is at 11. And I was like, oh, yeah, I know. All right. So will you be checking out at 11? Yeah. Okay. Just make sure you're out by 11. Yeah. All right. See ya. I was just like... So now
that kind of stuff fires you up.
You didn't need to call me for that, but you could have called me for all the other stuff. Why are you calling me for that? Like, these are the rules.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
use the telephone to say move your car,
or use a telephone at 11:01.
Yeah,
like that's fine.
Yeah, and that was kind of upsetting too. It's like I'm following the rules. Don't act like I'm in trouble. I know when checkout is.
FYI, you have to pay for your room whenever you check in.
By the way,
I did. Yeah, I will. Like, okay, just right when you check in. Yes, I did.
Hey, is this Jake in 211? Yeah, what's up? So we put towels in there. Just feel free to use them as you dry off or really as you see fit.
Right.
Feel free to use both towels we put in your room.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great.
And checkout's 11.
Checkout's at 11.
So that kind of fired me. They gave me a little extra juice going into this. Like, this hotel just ran so poorly. This is so dumb. So I go down there, and it's a sweet girl, like, looked like she was like in high school, basically, working the desk. So I'm like, hey, I'm checking out before 11.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, great, just put your thing here, yada, yada. And I'm like, actually, can I speak to the manager? Which I don't even know if the guy who's been walking in my room is the manager. I know he has keys. I don't even know like his name. I know nothing.
That's Randy the janitor. What are you?
Oh, yeah. His name is Rusty Tin Cup. It's a little nickname we gave him. It's that and Big Worm.
Big Worm.
And so it's him. At least I'm pretty sure it's him. And he...
You have a little Isaac Walmart situation on your hand?
He had been in a mask when he was in my room.
And you're just like out of it probably.
Yeah, but he was maskless here. And what's better than wearing a mask, this is just kind of a fun little detail, mouth full of sunflower seeds.
Okay.
So just picture that.
Power move, honestly.
Yeah, like Mr. Sir style.
Well, yeah, like you're not a loser if you have seeds in the mouth.
And so you're not a loser, yeah.
Seriously. Like that's power. That's alpha move right there.
And so I just go, hey, sir, my name is Jake. I was staying in room 211 these last 2 nights. And I just wanted to like...
He's like spitting his... Yeah.
And I'm just like, I just want to talk to you. I really didn't appreciate you like coming into my room unsolicited, using your keys like 2 mornings in a row. And I just wanted to know like why you did that, especially this morning. I have no idea why you did that. And he goes, I apologize, sir. I apologize. I said, okay, that's fair, but I would just like to know like why did you do that this morning? Yesterday was because I needed to move my car. Why did you come in my room this morning? Mm-hmm. He said, like I said, sir, I apologize for coming in. I said, well, I'd really like to know like
your thought
process. For
process.
instance, like let's say I was a woman. Let's say I was naked. Let's say I was both. Would you still be barging into like your guest rooms? And he goes, look, I already said I apologize. All right. So what else? I'm like, well, I get that you apologize, but you haven't answered any of my questions. Even back to the beginning when I said, who are you? You didn't tell me who you were. I still don't even know your title here. I don't know your name. Like,
right.
Give me something here. And he said, look, I apologize. I don't know what else you want from me. And then he walks back to his office. I was so fired up because he kind of got the best of me.
Yeah.
He had his sunflower seeds. They were spitting everywhere. And I was just, I didn't know what to do. Yeah.
What did you do?
I kind of sunk my head.
You're 30. Come on.
And the poor girl at the desk is seeing all this go down. And I was pretty civil, just like, I just want answers. Like, why are you doing this? Like, are you doing this to everyone? Am I special?
Yeah.
Please tell me I'm special.
Right.
And the guy walks away, being pretty rude. And the girl's just like, I'm so sorry, sir. And I'm like, oh, you're fine. Like, I'm not upset at you. You're totally fine. Any chance he comes back out, you think? She's like, I don't think he's coming back out. And, I said, well, why don't you let him know that I do practice law full time, and this is against my first constitutional right, and he'll be hearing from me. And she said, okay. And so that's where I left it with the Econolodge,
okay,
playing big boy ball.
Yeah.
Since then, I have done quite a bit of research. I've filled out what's called like a letter of intent to sue.
Really?
asking for compensation for my time. I'm obviously not going to actually sue this guy, but I just want to scare. He needs to like learn his lesson.
And here I am asking about weed whackers. Like, you know exactly what you would do.
This guy needs to like, he can't get away with this.
Yeah, it's odd. Yeah.
Because I think everyone else just like lets him just like, wow, the manager's rude. It's like, no, I'm taking a stand.
Yeah.
My new idea is I come in, I'm actually not the lawyer, even though I said that I was to her to try and like scare them. I think Isaac comes in with me in a suit with a briefcase, pops open the briefcase. In it, one piece of paper that says letter of intent to sue, hands it to him, drops it off. And then the game begins. So that's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking somebody besides Isaac. Isaac looks like a kid still.
And I don't know if Isaac's the best to think on his feet when they're like, I would need to prep him a lot beforehand.
Yeah. I'm thinking Harrison. Harrison would do a good
Harrison
job.
would do a pretty good job, probably.
Yeah.
He's done well in a suit before.
Yeah.
But
you got to make sure he doesn't wear his like Roger Federer, like no tie suit. Like he has to wear like a suit and tie. He's nice. An attorney. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Real quick, one other thing I forgot to mention that's in my notes. This is why I wrote it down because I knew I'd forget. In between his second entrance into my room and me checking out, housekeeping did come. They knock on the door. I open. I'm fully clothed, so it's a totally normal experience. And I say hello. And I wrote this down because I want to forget. She said, a little tough on the wording here. She said, do you want me to service you? I said,
how so?
You can clean my hotel room.
Yeah.
And actually, this must have been the first morning because it would have made sense to whatever. She asked if you want to service me. And this is the first morning. So I'm like, can you come back in 20 minutes? She said, no, I can't do 20 minutes. There's like 9 people staying here. So I can't imagine you being on that rigid of a schedule. I said, okay, what about 10 minutes? She's like, it sounded like she really had to think about it. She goes, no, I probably can't do 10 minutes. It's like, okay, she'll definitely do 5 then. It's like, 5 minutes? She goes, no, I'm sorry, sir. I just kind of laughed at that point. I was like, good for you.
What? Maybe she was wanting to go the other way with it. Oh, sorry.
She wanted longer time.
Yeah, because maybe it takes 30 minutes per room or something like that.
Huh. Yeah. Either way, it was just kind of another funny like aspect of it. Yeah. Like 5 minutes? No, absolutely not. There's no wiggle room here. I have to be in the next room at 5 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, all right. I didn't really do anything in this room last night. You know, whatever. I don't really need it to be clean, but that was just kind of a fun aspect of it as well.
I'm pretty intrigued by this whole thing because I bet stuff like that happens more than we realize. You know, with this manager guy, I don't know. I think most people out there would deadbolt or whatever not deadbolt, but whatever that thing is, the second lock.
Yeah.
Out there. So I don't know if this happens very often. I think he probably is unsuccessful in his pursuit if he does that very often. But like, I think if it were me, I would have a really hard time with that first time he walked away. I know I would like overdo it as far as like how many times I argued with him right then and there.
When he was wanting me to move my car?
No. Sorry. When you went down to the lobby to confront him
and
he walked away from you.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do in that situation.
Like I would not leave. And like in a bad way. Like I probably, like anytime Catherine and I get in an argument in a conversation, like, and I kind of win, quote unquote, I keep like pushing her to like admit that I won. Like, so you're wrong. You admit what I said was right. So therefore you're wrong. She's like,
that sounds awful.
Like, I was like, no, you have to admit it to me. Like, I'll do that. Like, I'm like such like I can't let it go until like resolution is there. So that would kill me if that guy walked away from me.
It did suck. Yeah. Like it felt like he alphaed me. He got me. I had so much more left to say and I didn't get to say it.
And I would have said, I'm not paying for any of this. I want,
and that's where I was headed.
Full refund.
That's where I was headed with it.
Yeah.
But now I have a letter of intent to sue for $5,000.
All right.
The goal is for him to maybe he just like wants to settle out of court and meet me in the middle.
Yeah.
How sweet would that be?
That'd be very sweet.
I'll spend the money on some sort of Ghosties giveaway. You have my word.
Yeah. Any lawyers out there that are listening?
Yeah. If anyone knows how to sue someone, let me know.
Wow, dude.
So that
all
happened.
that to say, Econolodge probably not going to go back.
It was great. I got so much material written. It did not cause me any kind of like anxiety or like emotional distress. There were a few other things about that hotel that I didn't mention in that story. But what I've done, Brad, is I wrote my first ever 1-star review.
Oh,
I've never done this before. I've never really even left a 5-star review.
Right. I'm not a review guy. I have that written down as one of my shout outs, actually. So
perfect.
Yeah. Preview.
So I want to read for you in the Ghosties Out Loud, my first ever 1-star review.
Okay. I like this already.
May I?
Please.
I'll never forget my stay at the Econolodge. I actually live in Kansas City, but wanted a quiet, blissful staycation to myself to be able to focus on some things going on in my life right now. Upon arriving, I immediately felt safe. Between myself and the man at the front desk, there was an inch thick of bulletproof glass separating us. It quickly put my mind at ease knowing that there are no shortcuts being taken by the Econolodge when it comes to COVID safety. As I entered my room, the air felt extremely humid and stale, which I found odd because the thermostat was only set to 85. After a few hours had passed and the temperature had lowered to a point that petunias could no longer grow in, I decided to get some sleep. I loved the variety of pillows that came with each room. I had a tough time deciding between the hard one, the rock hard one, and the one that was cooked well done. Upon waking up in the morning, I had an itch to get some breakfast. I also had a tremendous itch to scratch all over my left ankle. Some hotels will surprise you with a mint on your pillow, but what I like about the Econolodge is that they do things differently. They don't do things like the big guys. They're one of the little guys. And with that in mind, it makes sense that each hotel room comes with several little guys in the form of bed bugs. As I laid in bed, scratching my ankle until it bled, I contemplated checking out the Continental Breakfast to see if they had any donuts. However, it wasn't much longer until someone was perusing my Long John. At around 9:30 a.m., I heard a quick knock at my door. I promptly hopped out of bed and started throwing some pants before I opened the door to speak to housekeeping. However, manager of the hotel, Ramesh Patel, had other plans.
Oh, you got the name?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love a hotel that goes above and beyond to look after their guests. I also love hotels that literally look at their guests. Mr. Patel entered my room using his special keys and immediately started demanding that I move my car. What I liked about this interaction 15 minutes into my day was how direct and upfront he was with me. No introduction, no reason why I needed to move my car, just the short, simple demand to move my car over and over again while I stood there in my underwear like a 6-year-old who just woke up from a bad dream. With the urgency and panic tone that Mr. P had with me, I could only assume that move your car is hotel code for the building is on fire. But that's what's great about the Econolodge. Every matter is taken seriously. Every matter is handled promptly, first thing in the morning, in your room, while one of you is only wearing boxers. Fast forward 24 hours and I've had another wonderful night of sleep. I felt blessed that this time I only woke up once in the middle of the night due to the people yelling on the balcony. I think I speak for most travelers when I say that when it comes to lodging, one of the main things we're looking for is consistency. And that's exactly what I got at the Econolodge. Like clockwork at 9:30 a.m., I get a knock at my door. Once again, I assumed it was housekeeping. Silly me. Before I could utter a single word, I found myself once again giving Ramesh Patel another free sighting of my Free the Nipple campaign. For those keeping track at home, that's 2 mornings spent in the hotel, 2 unsolicited entrances into my room from the manager, and 2 exposed nipples per day. Like I said, consistency. To summarize, I thoroughly enjoyed my stay at the Econolodge. I would have loved to have given them 5 stars, but I have about 1 million bed bug bites all over my legs. Not sure if I mentioned that part yet. End of review.
Mic drop. Wow. So all those things were true as well?
Absolutely, 100%.
Golly.
So you guys can find that review on Google.
Yeah.
Look at the Econolodge off Shawnee Mission Parkway. Feel free to give it an upvote, maybe a comment, and let's just see what happens to this review.
Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh, well, I haven't typed it in, or I haven't posted it yet. Okay. I will once this comes out.
That was your draft there.
Yeah, that was my notes app. Wow. So there's this little something. Don't ever try to invest in yourself or in your own career goals. Mm-hmm. Just do it at home.
Yeah, good.
Don't ever try to do something that you think a professional comedian would maybe do.
Oh man. Well, unless a professional comedian would go to a mediocre place on purpose. Don't pick a nicer, safe bet. This place looked good, but not amazing. So let's go for it.
It would have been fine. None of that would have even been a story had he not entered my room 2 mornings in a row. Right. I can handle all that other stuff.
Sure.
I couldn't believe it. Just felt weirdly violated.
Of course.
And I'm a grown man. I can't imagine being a woman or being in any other scenario. Or if I was even there with a girl, with my wife, whatever, that's such a strange
oh my gosh.
thing. This guy's just walking in hoping to see something.
Oh my gosh.
He's definitely a creep.
I guarantee you, Catherine, we would leave. We wouldn't have stayed that second night.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And I would have gone down there and been I need my money back because that's not right. That's not cool.
And then he said, look, I apologize.
Oh.
I gotta go.
Okay. I obviously don't get revenge in poor ways, but let me go bash your car in and oh, sorry. I apologized.
Look,
that doesn't.
Yeah. I left a note. I said, I'm
Why'd
sorry.
you do that? Hey, I'm sorry.
Look, I said I was sorry.
That would fire me up if someone just straight up ignored my question.
I was pretty hot after that.
100%.
After he didn't answer any, he really never answered any of my questions the entire time there. So, man, I just never had anything like that happen to me. It was a bummer.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
But hey, it's podcast material.
Are you one and done with the hotels? You have any desire to do it one more time?
Ooh, maybe I should.
Yeah.
Get a little redemption.
I think so. I think you should go Priceline Negotiator. You remember those commercials?
Yeah, William Shatner.
Priceline Negotiator. I have great luck with it because do you know how it works? Like
No.
it's like especially if you're trying to do it like last minute and you're not that picky, you can be like, I want to do 4-star or better hotels. So like nice ones. And this
4
is
stars,
and this is my price, you know, like whatever.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of those hotels just want anybody at that point because it's like the last night they know, or that night they know like how many reservations they have. And so you'll get a nice hotel for like the same amount that you would go for a lower end hotel.
I had no idea that existed.
Yes, it's awesome.
Okay, sweet. I'll look
Especially
into that.
because if you're not that picky, because it's like you can't choose like I want this hotel or this location. You just have to say like in this general vicinity, you know, you get to choose within like a few miles or something. This general vicinity, this general type of hotel, this is my price.
Sweet.
Accept it or deny it, you know. But like it's fun because it's like right when you claim your price, like right when you quote your price, if you get accepted, it's automatic that you get charged for it.
Oh, baby.
So there's like, yeah. So that's like the kind of the game is like, I don't know if they're going to say yes or no to this, but if they do, I'm in, you know, so.
I'll try that out. That sounds kind of fun.
Next time. I have things written down, but none of them are nearly that. Like literally like the most mediocre life updates. Bo's getting into dinosaurs. We went to Panera for Datter Days and went to the library today. Football's back. Did some fantasy drafts.
Oh yeah. You fantasy drafted for me. Thank you.
I did. That was fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Isaac texted me. I went to a Need to Breathe concert, so I was busy. And Isaac texted me during the concert. I was like, dude, I can't wait for you to see your team that Brad drafted for you. And I thought maybe, I don't know, I thought you had something ridiculous, like 3 kickers for me or something. But no, it was a great team.
I think I did fine.
I'm going to win the league.
I hope so, dude. I feel a little bit invested now. Like,
yeah. Like, how's my team doing?
So the thing that I think people were giving me a hard time for all the fantasy people out there, if you're not, fast forward, whatever. But I drafted Robbie Anderson and I drafted DJ Moore for both the receivers for the Panthers, and pretty mediocre receivers, but it was also like the third and fourth strings on the team. And people like give me such a hard time for drafting 2 guys from the same team that aren't that good. And Scott especially like really hating on their quarterback, the Panthers quarterback, Sam Darnold, thinking he's like really bad. And I have faith that Sam Darnold's going to be way better than people think. And he was just bad because he was a New York Jet. And so Scott and I like now I have this pride where I
Go
really,
Panthers.
if you're listening to this, it's Sam Darnold threw for 5 touchdowns yesterday. You have no idea the smack talk that I just talked with Scott. You have no idea the text that went back and forth. Like if he just dominated yesterday and you're listening to this, just know that I know it and Scott knows it. And
that's so funny.
I look like a genius. What really probably happened is he got 2 touchdowns and
pretty mediocre,
200 yards or something like that. But I'm really excited. Like I have so much invested in a team that I don't even have any money in, but I really want the Panthers to be good this year for you.
And you went ahead and drafted the 3rd one.
Yeah. And that was the joke. It's like literally like the last couple draft picks, like no one was left, 12-person league. So I picked, Terrace Marshall or whatever with the, just in case, you know,
what if?
Yeah. So that was fun. That was the joke.
We did the Ghosties Guillotine draft.
Yeah.
Which is so fun.
It was crazy.
It was kind of crazy. Like I was playing on like watching TV while I did it. And I had to like, I'd
focus. It was an hour long. Yeah, I loved it.
It was so fast,
so quick.
And yeah, you had to make some quick decisions.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. And like, whatever. We don't have to talk that much about it, but just know that it was like crazy because it's a 2-quarterback league. And so people were drafting the quarterbacks left and right and, like picking a really like low performing quarterback before there were some like really good receivers out there that were getting drafted. So it's just like this weird thing that I had no idea what the strategy was behind it.
And I think we already know who might be kicked out of week 1. He's got a great name, but not a great team.
Yeah. Nathan Cooley,
great video editor.
Yeah. He was the one that made those. Yeah. The videos that you've seen on Patreon. If you
like the Super Bowl, like video or like the music videos, I guess.
Did he pick multiple kickers? I forget exactly what he did.
He has 3 kickers.
And he has 2 quarterbacks, which is how many you need. But the 2 quarterbacks are both backup quarterbacks.
Neither of them are starting.
Drew Lock and somebody I'd never heard of for the Texans.
Yeah.
When you're the backup quarterback for the worst team in the league, you're struggling.
So it was fun. We all got a good laugh out of it. And his team name is Longitude, which is a deep cut.
Deep cut.
For how Brad spells.
First couple episodes.
Yeah. Brad spelled longitude at a spelling bee with an M first.
And
Broipes.
Which was also way long ago.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what that stands for. I just remember saying, get your Broipes here.
I think, I didn't remember at the time, but now I'm thinking we did that ad read for best return on investment possible.
Yeah. That's right. For digital resource.
Digital resource down in Florida.
See, guys, when you're a sponsor of our ad, you're a sponsor for life.
Kind of. That is kind of cool. Like the sponsor of that is now a fantasy football team like a year and a half later.
That's right.
Wow. So yeah, great team name, but it's going to be shocking if he does not come in last and he's the one knocked out this week.
There's no way.
I mean, he doesn't have a single starting quarterback.
Who did he have? Oh, he had Antonio Brown on Thursday night, who like played really. He had 2 touchdowns.
Phenomenal, and he's still projected to score at least
77 points.
His starting running back is some guy for the Jets I've never heard of. I'm
yeah.
just like, man, how did you do this? How did you accumulate so many players I've never heard of?
It's truly impressive, Cooley. It's coolly impressive.
Hey, truly Cooley.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very fun. It's cool while it lasted.
Yeah.
Thanks for being in the league.
We love you. We love you. So anyway.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I don't know what else I have. We went and almost bought a van, but didn't it. Mediocre life update. But it's because I'm wheeling and dealing the guy. I love it. I love it.
And dealing.
And I think I thought I had him. So like we were there for multiple hours, like doing the back and forth thing, like the most classic, like stereotypical, let me go talk to my manager. Okay, let me go talk to my manager again. Like, okay, here's, and he would like, highlight the price on a piece of paper and slide it to me.
No.
Yeah. Oh,
really?
It was great.
Highlight and slide.
High slide.
Is Catherine there?
Yeah. She did great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me. You guys do bad cop, bad cop?
So we also had our advisor guy there with us, Alexander.
Bad cop.
From what's his
Good
one request. Yeah. So Alexander was awesome because he was a dealership. Like he sold cars for a year and like dominated at this BMW dealership. Like did so well one month that they had to change the commission structure for every dealer or every like salesman.
Alex.
Yeah. And so like knows what to do, knows how to like negotiate with these guys. And so he kind of was like, here's what I think we should do. No matter what he says, we should go out and talk one more time,
No matter what he says?
Yeah, no matter what he says, no matter
that.
what this offer is. Cause he told me like really interesting like insights. He's like, yeah, sometimes when you go back to the manager, I think they call it the tower, maybe something like that. It's like the manager's room. And he's like, sometimes my manager would literally say, hey, lean forward a little bit real quick. Like just to like look like you're really like put your hands on the table and lean forward, like
it's body language.
Yeah. All these different things, like even though they're not talking about anything. And so I was not getting ready to be taken for a ride on this thing. Yeah. I was like very adamant about my price. And he like the lowest he got was at like $900 closer, like $900 for my price. And I was like, no, like, I'm sorry.
That's not the price.
I was like, sorry. We appreciate it. We'll let you know if we change our mind. Got up, Catherine, pro move, which I think this was actually true, but pro move. She goes, where are your bathrooms? I need to go to the restroom real fast. So she ran to the bathroom. We were just standing there kind of, over to the side in the lobby kind of area. And he did the classic, like get up. He's like, well, now what if I do this for you?
Okay.
and I was like, here it comes. But, but he didn't get up to my price. He was like, what about $10,995? And I was like, if it's $9,995, then great, but not that. Like that's not the number I'm looking for. Mm-hmm. And then he called me back multiple times yesterday. So we're on the hook. We're back and forth, me and Don.
You and Don. How old's Don?
Don's awesome. Honestly, I like him a lot. He's probably 65, 70 years old. Older black gentleman with a straw hat. He came out and like met us.
Oh, like Sam from Holes.
I mean, he looked swaggy, dude. Like he looked really cool.
A straw hat?
Like a cool straw hat. Like
I can't even imagine a cool straw hat in a car dealership looking swaggy.
Like something you would see at the Kentucky Derby or something like that. Like that kind of hat.
I feel like only women wear big hats at the Kentucky Derby. So now I
don't
know
not a huge big hat.
I have no idea what to picture.
Straw hat.
Sam from Holes in Kentucky Derby hat inside of car dealership.
Yes, this guy
65
right
years old.
This guy. Wait. This guy, like something like that.
Oh.
Swaggy.
Like
YouTube. Oh gosh.
That's like Neo, like a hat Neo would wear.
Neo from The Matrix?
Neo from like, and I'm so sick of...
Yes, maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely.
Anyway, swaggy dude. Okay. Knew what he was doing. He had like a plaque that said like gold dealer or whatever.
Oh, you can make that anywhere.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, but really liked him. But Don, I still need it for my price.
Don, if you're listening,
I want to feel the sense of winning so badly.
You would need to have sunflower seeds in.
Cause he goes like, well, like, is it the price? Like what price are you trying to get to? I said, this is the price. And I basically told him, I was like, I can afford that price. I just don't want to spend that much. I don't think it's wise for me to do that. So, but we really we're like emotionally invested in this van now. So
you got to have the van.
I'm struggling not to.
What van is it?
It's Honda Odyssey Elite.
Thank goodness.
My gosh, it's cool. It really is, dude. I'm so excited about it. So it's got like everything you can think of. It's got a microphone inside of it for like Catherine to talk if somebody's in the third seat. So like if
Oh,
Hattie's,
in that way, I was like, oh yeah, I think a lot of cars have like Bluetooth, like phone calls.
Yeah, they call like, which Catherine's like, I'm never going to use that, Brad. But I'm like, still, it's cool to say it's got it.
We could have used that in Hawaii. Poor Kristen couldn't hear. She didn't hear a word I said for the whole day of Road to Hana. She had no clue what I was saying.
You could have literally been whispering to her, and she would have heard you.
If I had the Honda Odyssey Elite.
That's right. Yeah,
that's nice.
It's pretty.
We got to test that out.
I would definitely do.
We got to.
We'll play games, like see if you can hear me.
Play telephone.
Yeah.
In the Odyssey Elite.
Anyway, it's gonna be so fun. Can't wait to take some road trips with you and the kids.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
You're gonna be in the back, So.
I don't have too much else to happen to me this week. Like I said, I've been writing a lot of stuff. I've been working hard. Been playing a lot of golf. Still loving that. Played with Scott Sell and Trey yesterday, so it was kind of a fun group.
Would you say you're obviously not as many months so far, but more addicted to golf than you are to pickleball?
Oh, than
you were at your peak of pickleball?
Ooh, good question. I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so obsessed with golf, and the thing with golf is like, I know that it's coming to an end. I've got one more month left, and then I'm done with golf because of the
weather.
Yeah. Whereas pickleball was like, oh, I'll be fine. Like there's indoor tennis courts. Like if anything, I'm going to pick up pickleball again this winter.
I have a feeling you guys are still going to play some winter golf somehow. Are the courses open?
I don't know actually.
Yeah. Surely.
It's got to be hard to maintain a golf course in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Like grass isn't growing. You can't water it because it'll freeze.
I could see you guys being like, it's only $10 in the winter. Let's go.
Here's what I'm afraid I'm going to get into. I'm already spending so much money on golf, but I definitely foresee me being like once a month, like you guys want to go to Phoenix and golf all weekend.
Oh yeah.
And then Isaac is going to irresponsibly go with me. And then I'm going to be the downfall of Isaac being like, so I have to get a real job now.
Yeah.
So hopefully not all that happens.
We drove together to the fantasy football draft and we were talking about golf and I was like, that must be pretty expensive. He's like,
adding up.
He's like, yeah, it's adding up. Yeah, he did say that. He's like, yeah, it's definitely more than I should be spending on stuff like this, but it's too fun.
But yeah, and I think we know that we only have like a month left, so just getting after it. So
yeah,
that's fun. And then I went to a concert this week, which was first concert post-pandemic. Kind of fun, just being around people. Got recognized a lot.
Really?
It's the place to be if you want to.
Yeah.
Just people all over.
That is funny. Last time I went to a Need to Breathe concert, it did feel like half the time I was just talking to other people, like seeing people I knew, because it's like cool Christians out there are all at the Need to Breathe concert.
I remember that concert because we were there together, and it was a crazy cornucopia.
Right.
It was like Kanakuk, SBU, Kansas City.
There.
Everybody was there.
Yeah, my aunt was there randomly, and she was like, I feel like Brad knows every single person here.
I felt like I knew every single person. It was awesome.
That was a fun one. Was it the same venue as that?
That was the outdoor one, right?
Okay. Oh yeah, you were at the Midland this time.
This time was indoors, so it's pretty dark.
Okay.
And we got there like 2 hours late on purpose. It's like, I don't care to see the openers.
Yeah, that kind of hurt my feelings that you didn't want to see Switchfoot. I think Switchfoot would have been a great concert, dude. I've never seen them, but I respect Switchfoot a lot.
I mean, I loved them in 7th grade.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard a single song they've put out since 7th grade.
Right.
So I wouldn't even know what they're singing. And
yeah,
we actually got there when they were singing Dare You to Move.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I know this one.
There you go.
And also, that has to suck for that guy. Like, he's so sick of that song.
John Foreman's, just like, gosh, I struggle through this.
I'm sure he can't stand it. He has to end every concert with the song he wrote in 2004. Like that sucks.
Yeah. Do you think? Yeah, probably.
Definitely. Yeah.
But if it's one thing if you're like, well, I was going to say performing the same joke because it's so funny. But with the song, like the audience gets into it so much, like you got interaction that way. I don't know. I'm just trying to sugarcoat it a little bit.
Maybe.
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying though. Like there's no way those are the most fun songs to do. And I don't think it'd be very fun to listen to band songs that you don't know, like you're saying. Like even if it's a good band or like they're playing good songs, it's hard for me to know if like, is this actually good? Like, because I don't usually enjoy it if I don't know the song.
I can't compare it to what I know what it is. Yeah.
So,
but good times. I went with my friend Morgan and we had a ton of fun just like messing with people and just like, so who is performing tonight? Need to Breathe. I love Need to Breathe. Oh, dang. That's all. I'm glad we came.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad we came. Or like towards the end of the Need to Breathe concert, like John Foreman comes back out to perform a song, with Need to Breathe. And so we're like, whoa, Switchfoot. How did they get, what are the odds?
Right. It's like you just won like free tickets to a concert.
Yeah, we
like
had no
in the
idea.
newspaper or something. Like,
the guy from Switchfoot's here? No.
Dude, you would have loved it if you got here earlier.
No way. Oh, but also I feel like I had to tone it down a little bit because literally the guy standing behind us, he hits me on the arm like right when the concert started. He's like, "What's up, dude? Love the podcast." He's talking about Correct Opinions, but he was like, "Love the podcast, love all the videos. Like, you're hilarious, man." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. What's your name? Nice to meet you." And we kind of turned around and went our separate ways. But the whole time I just know this guy's right behind me. It's like he is surveying everything I'm doing.
Right.
Like Morgan and I got pretty dancey at times, like really like taking up some space, like Big Daddy style.
Yeah.
You would have loved it. I was like, I wonder what this guy thinks about
Really?
this.
You got into it at the
It was just fun
concert,
to like, I don't know,
go.
just move around. Everyone is just standing still.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, me and my sister have talked about this. Like, how do people stand still when there's music on?
Oh, I do sometimes.
Oh, I can't.
It depends on what it is.
I cannot stand still.
There was one, I've been to probably 3 or 4 Need to Breathe concerts, and there was one in Lawrence that I went to, and the guy said he had been to like 25 Need to Breathe. Like he was a huge super fan of this band, and like he was jumping up and down, freaking out the whole time.
Oh, I don't jump like that.
But yeah, sometimes I just like, I'm like, I just want to enjoy this moment. But it depends on the band. Need to Breathe is a dance band. Like they're very fun.
It's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, it really
nice.
is. It's like Southern rock and roll where it's just like, Oh Carolina just gets me going.
And there's a decent amount of songs that have a country twang to it.
Exactly.
And so Morgan and I would get slapping our legs, to get doing that. And it's pretty quiet. So it was so fun. We just loved it. It's like just having a hoot.
So that's you toning it down for this guy behind you.
Yeah. I was like, I should probably, let's tone it down. But yeah, why not? It was just so fun. It's concerts like, it was my first one in a year and a half.
Yeah.
I was going to get after it a little bit.
I'm worried that I'm past the point of concerts. Like, I don't know if
You're done?
I don't know.
You're retired from concerts?
Like Surfaces is coming in a few months or weeks or something.
I looked into that this morning. That's crazy.
And
November 16th. It's a Tuesday. I leave for Pittsburgh the next morning.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. I just don't know if I would be like worried that I'm just too old for them.
Brad, this is so sad.
It is.
You don't think you can go to concerts anymore?
I don't know. Obviously I can go to concerts, but I don't know about Surfaces. Surfaces, they're going crazy, and I'm just wanting to watch the band.
And it might be a college audience.
That's what I'm saying.
You might not fit in.
My friend Esther, said she went in Phoenix, and she's like, be prepared to be the oldest person there.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll be dancing harder than them. Yeah, let's go to the Services concert.
Okay.
I don't know when we fly to Pittsburgh, but if we can make it happen, I would love to.
No, there's no way you fly during the concert. Not at night? Oh,
To
you're saying you
Pittsburgh?
perform the next day.
We perform the next day in Pittsburgh, so maybe.
Okay.
Hey, get your tickets, straightcandy.com/tour.
Hello.
They're pretty much all sold out. But there's some cities. Memphis is like the only one that I think it's not going to sell out.
Really?
Just, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're in Memphis, please come.
Yeah. It's because it's such a big venue, though.
I was going to give Nat Jolly a free ticket.
Yeah.
She's been like a day one $15 patron. She's like, I already bought one.
Of course.
I was like,
yeah,
you're the best. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
So
that's fun, man.
Anyway.
What else we got? Oh, we got merch.
Talk about it.
By the time you're listening to this, merch may be out, may not be out. We're releasing it Monday at noon. We have it scheduled on the website to go live, and I'm really
Central
excited
time.
about it. Yes, Central time. I'm just really excited about it. I worked hard on some new designs, but I also just like recycled some other like U-Haul vibes on a hoodie, some other old like classic designs, throw those on some cozy fall stuff.
Ooh.
I'm really pumped about some of the stuff we got. We got lots of long sleeves, lots of hoodies, lots of crew necks. I just think crew necks look so great. Like I just think they look so cool. And even if it's like just something really simple on there, it's going to look cool. So we got flags now. So if you're a college student or just somebody who likes flags, buy one of those.
If you're in one of those two categories,
that's it.
You have to be in one of those two.
If you feel comfortable going to a Surfaces concert or are one of those people that likes flags, go buy a flag. We got beanies.
It's going to be a big season for beanies, I think. Beanies are coming back bigger than ever.
Big beanies.
Bigger beanies than ever.
Bigger beanies. We got a new coffee mug design. We got it all. So
plenty of stuff for everybody. Check it out. But wait, there's more.
Oh. Yeah, if you're listening to this on Monday, September 13th, and you order today, you will be entered into a raffle, a contest. I made a custom cutting board, a custom Ghostrunners cutting board that one person who orders on Monday, September 13th, orders any merch, any
no minimum purchase.
Let's say $185 minimum purchase.
I thought you were going to say like $5.
Let's say $5,000 minimum purchase,
and then you enter to win.
If you order $400 worth of merch, I guarantee you I'll give you a cutting board.
Okay,
for free.
So you spend $5, you're entered to win. You spend $400, you get one.
You got it. I promise.
With a custom Ghostrunners phrase.
Yes.
You get to decide.
Yeah, the one that we're going to have available, you'll see it on our Instagram. So I'm not, teaser. Check it out on Instagram. But I'm really excited. I think the merch is going to be sweet. We got some really cool like material that we have it on. Anyway, there's some really cool stuff. I'm not going to go too far into it.
It's going to be soft. It's going to be nice. You're going to want it.
just know, yeah, I'm just imagining the bonfires, the outdoor football, whatever, the watch
String
parties,
lights.
chili, just all of it is going to feel better in the Ghostrunners merch.
Like you're hanging out. It's a nice, cool fall evening. You're out on the porch of like the Econolodge, just watching people mill about in the parking lot.
Watching
like,
the meth heads just roll in.
It's like, do you stay here or do you live in your car here? You can't quite figure it out, but you're in a nice Ghostrunners crew neck and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's so nice, dude. We got some embroidered ones. I'm pumped about it.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think of them. I'm very, very curious to hear what people's thoughts are. What's your favorite, everything like that. So check it out. Ghostrunners.life is the website for anybody who didn't know that. Ghostrunners.life.
Check it out.
So.
Link in description as well for that. Trey is going on vacation here in a couple weeks. So it's just me and Big Daddy for some jeans short stuff. And he kind of threw out the idea, or actually Derek threw out the idea. He's like, I love watching you guys interact with strangers. I think you should do that more.
Yeah.
So Ghosties, what should we do? Pretty much if it's Derek filming Brad and I in public with strangers.
Yeah.
What should we do?
Yeah.
We have the green light.
I'm very, very intrigued to see what we come up with.
I don't know what we can. The only idea I've thought of is like we find some event or something where there's going to be a bunch of people out and we ask people what they think of Trey Kennedy. And like, that's the video.
Yeah.
I think that's got like that's a fun YouTube title. That's something people would click on potentially.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I really like the idea of just like kind of assuming people understand what we're about to do and then just doing it in front of them and seeing their reaction. So like coming up to them and be like, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready?
Here we go.
And they're like, what are you talking about? Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have like a choreographed dance. And we're like looking behind them like, what are you doing?
Go.
Come on. Like, this is your part.
Sing it.
Donald, whatever. Like, just really mess with people. We're excited to do something like that because Trey's like, that is absolutely something I do not like doing.
Do not make me do that. I do not want to do that.
Doesn't have any desire of it. He's like, I'm very uncomfortable with that. I'm like, I could care less. Maybe if I were as popular as him, I would have a little more of a stigma behind it, but
I think it's just a personality difference. So
yeah,
that'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Give us your ideas. What kind of strangers? What kind of questions? What's the vibe of Brad and I with strangers on the street?
Yeah. If you haven't seen our interview videos we've done before,
there's a few of them out there.
What have we done? 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bieber,
Chiefs, Royals. Yep. Should we do shout outs?
Yeah, let's do some shout outs.
My first shout out is an Instagram account. I think I have the name right. It's called Run with Maddie. Do you recognize that? Have you seen it?
No.
They're a fan of ours. I'd never seen this woman comment on anything until about 2 weeks ago. And now I feel like almost every day I'll see some like hilarious comment. It could be anywhere. It could be YouTube, could be Instagram, jean shorts, personal, anywhere. I will see a comment like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Really?
And then I see him like, Run with Maddie. Again.
Every time.
Run with Maddie again. She's just on fire right now.
Okay.
I mean, this is the definition of a Ghostrunner shout out. Like, this girl's just crushing it. I don't know where you came from, Run with Maddie. And I really hope I've got it right because I thought of this a couple days ago and I was like, what was that name? But just, yeah, look out for it.
Can I put you on the spot and ask if you remember any of the comments?
Not a one.
Okay. But they're good.
But they're good.
Let's find them. Let's like them. Let's subscribe.
Look for them.
Okay. I got a shout out. You talked about reviews earlier and I said I had a shout out for that. So I have a shout out for the Bible app for always asking, are you enjoying the Bible app? Because it is the worst question I could ever get. Because every time I'm on there, I'm like, I don't want to leave a review. Because if you say yes, they ask you to leave a review.
Oh, so you want to review this? Yeah.
If you say no, you say, I don't like reading God's word. And so there's no real great way to do either of those things. So
that's tough. That's like asking, like, I think we've talked about this before. Like, you read the reviews of a skydiving place. Like, wow, they have nothing but 5 stars. It's like, well, yeah. Anyone who had a bad time is dead. They can't leave a review.
Yeah.
Of course they have good reviews.
Oh, wow. That's genius.
Maybe we haven't talked about it before.
No, I think that sounds like a correct opinions thing.
Sounds like.
Every Wednesday, guys.
Sorry, I was trying to find a Run with Maddie comment. Well,
no, you're fine.
I'll keep looking. Next shout out goes to, it's another just commenter. These are the only 2 shout outs I have, just people online. We got a comment on a Ghostrunners YouTube video last week on our episode 122. And it said, wow, I just realized you can watch these on YouTube. Shout out to you, because for 70 episodes now, not only have we been on YouTube, but I would dare to say every single episode, we've talked about the fact that we're on YouTube. We've talked about YouTube comments. We've talked about that maybe that it comes out at midnight or that you could subscribe. Like,
right. And
it's just amazing.
Her comment made it sound like she wasn't new, right?
Yeah. Like, I've been listening all this time. I had wow.
Yeah.
YouTube.com the whole time. Who knew?
So shout out to you. I got a shout out for my daughter, Hattie.
Okay. Yeah. I've met her.
We have Awana every Wednesday night, Awana Wednesdays. And the theme. They have like a theme night, like once a month. The theme night was favorite team, wear your favorite team's apparel. And Catherine's like, oh, Hattie, so you could wear your Baylor Bears shirt. She's like, I don't want to wear my Baylor Bears shirt. I want to wear my purple Wildcat shirt. So shout out to Hattie for saving us literally hundreds of thousands of dollars for choosing K-State over Baylor. So yeah, that's it.
That's beautiful. I'd like to give a shout out to just Jake and Brad and their banter on the Ghostrunners podcast, because back in the day, some bit we were on, we got talking about like, oh, what would happen if like you slowly got more and more passive aggressive during a prayer? You know, that's like this old segment we did, this kind of funny premise, forgot about it. Then Brad, you remembered this a few weeks ago, one time when like Trey was upstairs on a phone call with like Casamigos or something.
Yeah.
You and I bust out like, let's just actually write this out. We wrote out this sketch, and then I left for Hawaii. So you filmed it with Trey, and now it's like doing well on Instagram. It's blowing up on TikTok, and just shout out to us. We're just killing it.
Shout out to past us and current
us and the people on TikTok who are watching and enjoying.
Let's go. Heck yeah.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun to like see like, oh, this one's like really gripping some people.
It's gripping some peeps. And also sometimes in a bad way.
Yeah, the comments were pretty back and forth, but we had pure intentions, I promise.
Of course, we always do.
Okay, I got shout outs for Peaches from Colorado.
Oh, I want to see them in concert.
Yeah, they're really good. Coachella Live was awesome with Migos. No,
is that not a band?
No, Peaches from Colorado. Literally, Catherine ordered, I forget how many pounds. I think there was like 18 or 19 of these peaches that got shipped from Colorado.
That's a heavy bushel.
She went and picked up this amazing box, and we've just been down in the peaches. They are incredible.
Just letting them dance in the intestines all week.
like obviously like fruit is good, especially if it's like at prime time of the fruit.
Oh, Hawaii, dude. If you haven't had a peach.
If you haven't had a peach in Hawaii, it's like, yeah. But for the Big Island only.
Kona peaches.
Yes, dude. Kona peach. That girl is a Kona peach.
Oh, wait till she turns around. Talk about a Kona peach.
Yeah, I got my peaches down in Kona. Anyway, but they like I think peach is the best like in its prime fruit for me. If that makes sense.
Interesting.
Like I really love a good plum, but peaches are the best. What would you say? Like I'm talking like this is like the exact moment you're supposed to have this fruit.
I guess peach is pretty solid.
It's very solid. Imagine having 18 of those bad boys in your house. It's amazing.
So they're in their prime. They're hitting the sweet spot.
Yeah, like this was the last week for us to order them. We couldn't order anymore. Like if we wanted to, because they're out of season now.
Huh?
Colorado though.
Colorado.
Bring the peaches.
I don't know what my fruit answer is, but that's great.
Yeah, it was great. So
good for you. All right, that's the only shouts I had. I have one other shout out, but it's something that I think we're gonna say in a future episode.
Okay, I got one more.
Keep going.
Shout out to the Central Standard Time Zone because because football's coming up. Football was yesterday. Sam Darnold threw for 18 touchdowns yesterday, and I'm very happy. We watched football. I watched football on Thursday night. The game didn't get over till 11 o'clock, and I was falling asleep in the third quarter. Got a wind in me for that fourth quarter, but I can't imagine being on the Eastern Time Zone and having to watch that until midnight. And then I thought about everything else, like news on the East Coast doesn't come on till 11 o'clock. That's too late. But then you got the Western times or whatever, the Pacific. Like I don't want to watch football at 10 o'clock in the morning either.
You got church.
Central Standard Time Zone is the best time zone.
It's the place to be.
It's absolutely the best. And so
that's a good
shout
point.
out to CST.
People really don't take that into something like that we should be thankful for. No one's thankful for that.
Genuinely, like, do you go to church at 8 o'clock if you're in California? Or do you just miss the first slate of football games?
Oh, you can't miss first slate.
I would never. I would, I'm kind of joking, but not that much joking. I would choose my church based off the timing.
Can they get me out by 10:30?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gas boys out there, Oregon guys, what do you do for this? Because I need to know. Like I would absolutely make sure I go to the 8 o'clock service every time.
Then again, if you're up in Oregon, maybe you don't care about NFL football. You care about the Ducks. Maybe
which is because of Pacific Standard Time Zone. Like I guarantee you care about it if you're in Central Standard.
We got plenty of good teams in the Central Time Zone,
including Super Bowl favorite Chiefs.
Yes, dude,
we're gonna be so good.
Can't wait. Did
we beat the Browns? Hey, everyone out there, check out the Chiefs score right now. Did we beat the Browns 34-20? Because I bet we did.
Something like that. We probably put up 40 at least.
34-20.
I was talking to Morgan, who I went to the concert with, because she's a Chiefs cheerleader, and she was telling me about how she cheered, in person for the preseason game. and the Chiefs are letting full capacity fans in the season.
Right.
And she said, I have never seen a preseason game like that. Like full capacity for preseason, like going nuts start to finish. She said it was like crazy.
Really?
She's like, people were like, like cheerleaders, right? Getting nervous for the preseason game because it was just like so electric in there.
That's awesome.
I was like, that makes me want to go to a game so bad.
It's going to be nuts tomorrow. It's going to be nuts. Yeah.
It feels like a holiday.
I'm going week 2. You remember that with Sammy to Baltimore?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, which is going to be sweet.
And we got a voice memo. I don't think I'm going to play it, but we got a voice memo from someone who just got season tickets to
the Chiefs?
No, it was either the Steelers or the Eagles. Either way, try and see her.
Okay.
Was that a cool piece of information?
I thought you were going to say like they got season tickets and they were saying we could come up and see it.
No, at first I thought it was the Eagles. That's why I said it. And I was like, as I'm saying this, I think it was Pittsburgh. So this has nothing to do with anything I'm saying. I wish I hadn't said it. Hey, close by.
Eastern Standard Time Zone.
Eastern Zone.
So yeah, shout out to CST for that.
Beautiful. Cool. Should we get to voice memos?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Big Worm. Let's do it.
Hey. Let's do it. Any second now. Let's go ahead.
Ghostrunners.life merch. Check it out if you haven't already.
So let's go ahead and let's do it.
Hey, what's up, Jake and Brad? This is Caleb from Texas. I got into y'all's podcast recently because of my wife. She's been an avid listener for a while.
Shout out Holly.
Holly actually worked with Jake one summer at K-West. Anyway, I've got a story for y'all real quick. When I first started playing football in 5th grade, I was a starting quarterback, and my center was a midget Asian girl. And I just remember asking my dad,
what
in the world do I do with my hands? And then also one of our offensive linemen was another big girl. So that was my
could have been Big
first
Worm.
year playing football. So my question for you guys is, what is one of the weirdest situations you could find yourself in as an athlete? All right, thanks guys. Bye bye.
That is the weirdest. Midget Asian. Bingo. Like
I listened to that voice memo last week, and I somewhat knew it was coming, and I still could not laugh at that sentence.
Is that really true? Or is she just short?
I just can't. Oh man, that's so.
I mean, they have like superpower strength though, so like she probably pushes off the line pretty well.
Superpower. You're thinking of people with Down syndrome.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're like really strong and stout.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know if little people are inherently strong.
Okay.
Do you think they're really strong?
I stand by it.
Like compared to what?
Compared to a baby calf. I'm just kidding.
I've bottle fed a baby calf and they were pretty strong.
Let's see here.
But I never tried to get underneath it and hike a football.
Nope. Nothing quick on Google.
I don't even know what you searched.
The first thing that came up was weird, so we're not going to go there.
Cool.
That's. I hope you were in the shotgun the whole time.
Yeah, you got to run a spread offense at that point. And spread in the sense from a playbook standpoint.
Yes, West Coast.
Yeah, maybe it's called West Coast.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's awesome. I mean, that's a story that'll never not be funny for the rest of your life. That's so great. What a scenario to be in.
Where did you play football? Like you couldn't find
Shanghai.
You couldn't find. Yeah, really. Like I should have mentioned my dad was a missionary in Shanghai, so there wasn't very many people wanting to play football. That's just there's not enough boys to play, or the girls just really wanted to play.
They were maybe really good. Maybe they're the best person for the job.
Maybe.
What do you think to his question? What's the
weirdest combination?
Like sports, like scenario you could find yourself in.
I'm trying to think like baseball. I think baseball you get a good one. Like I don't know. You have an answer?
Just from personal experience, I remember being pretty let down time and time again in our small, very non-diverse town of Stratford, Missouri. About every 2 years, a new black kid would move in, and we would get fired up. And we'd borderline have a parade for him to come into town. And just nothing. Brandon was bow-legged.
Yeah.
So right away, we're like, he's not making the team.
Not going to do too well.
Yeah. Quentin was very good at PE dodgeball. He would get like really into that. But it didn't translate.
Yeah, what skill there translate? I guess throwing.
I guess just effort mainly. Yeah. Like no one else. I'm like,
I was gonna say he's just quicker than everybody.
Look, I have science after this. I'm not trying to get sweaty. Quentin didn't care.
I don't care about science.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that was my situation.
Tyler Gatewood was our token black guy. That wasn't very.
Oh, good. That's right. I know a white tie. You know a black tie.
Yeah. You know how to tie?
You know tie.
Yeah, he like transferred in. We're like, this guy is incredible. He had the biggest calves. You should have seen him.
That's exciting.
I'm talking, yeah.
Mammoths.
Huge. And like, it was like, this guy must be able to jump out the gym. He was fine. He was
more of a jump roper.
Yes.
Short bursts.
Yes, that's right. So
I remember a guy that I've talked about on this podcast, and I guess he listens. I didn't know that when I was talking about it. I was like, hey, I used to go to church with this guy, and the preacher said, I want you to look at your hands. Are they clean or whatever?
Grant Holmes?
Grant Holmes.
Yeah.
Wow. Phenomenal memory. I remember Grant. I don't even know if Grant knows this, but we had heard. So I knew Grant from like growing up. I was like, wait, Grant Holmes is moving to Stratford because he grew up in Springfield. Then he moved to Texas, and then he moved back randomly to Stratford. By the time I was in high school. And so these rumors going around, like, we're getting this like 4-star quarterback from Texas. And it was just like, whoa.
From Texas. Like
from Texas.
Like, as long as you play football in Texas, like, you are amazing.
And I didn't say a word because I was like, maybe Grant did get like really good at football, but I was like, he's not like from Texas. I went to Ridgecrest Baptist with this guy like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was all this hype around Grant. And I don't even know if he played football. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, he might have played his freshman year. He definitely didn't keep playing with football.
Dude, I bet it's a pretty good feeling, like transferring in and like being this mysterious person to people. Like this guy might be like the answer. Like this guy might be the thing that we've been waiting for. I
think I kind of was that like in 4th grade for Stratford a little bit. Yeah. My class was so unathletic. Like we had good teams, but it was because there was athletes below me and athletes above me. Yeah. So it's like we had a good team like my junior year and then the year after I graduated. But yeah, my class had nothing. Really? So I think they were pretty fired up.
That's great.
For the triplets to come to town.
Oh, wow.
At least for a little bit.
Yeah, I can't think of any other scenarios that are like too good. Anything that's just ironic, just like a cross country runner with a smoking problem, would be like a funny, like your cross country coach, like passes out jewel pods to the runners or whatever. Like a catcher that only has one arm, or a punter that only has one arm, or a point guard that only has one arm.
These are good, Brad. Or brushing his teeth.
That's right. Yeah. I can't think of. Yeah, that's a good question. Sorry. I'll answer it in the YouTube comments below.
Great. Because
we're on YouTube.
We are on YouTube. Okay, next voice memo.
Hey, Jake and Brad. It's Lucy from Indianapolis. I just started my sophomore year of college, and in one of my classes, we were doing an icebreaker where everyone had to give a fun fact about themselves. And one girl said for her fun fact that she likes to eat oranges in the shower. And the whole time, all I could think about was how Jake may have started that trend.
I did.
So I just wanted to tell you guys that and let you know that little inside joke put a smile on my face and helped make that class a little more bearable. Now, I want to know what you guys thought about those first day of class icebreakers. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Do you have any funny icebreaker stories? And if you had to give a fun fact about yourself today, what would you say? I love the podcast. It makes me laugh so much. Keep doing what you're doing. Bye-bye.
Loved them.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I was kind of a fan of them too.
Yeah. I don't care how cheesy they are. I don't care anything like that. Let's do it.
I think we might like them for different reasons.
Probably.
Why do you like them?
I like them because it's like the small talk video where it's like a gateway to opening up to like talking about more.
It's like a stepping stone.
Yeah. Like, now we have this little thing to talk about. Let me now be comfortable to say this, and this to you from now on.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's good. I feel like I never encountered get to know you questions until I got to college. There were so many things that was like, it's the first me in college. Like even just like passing someone on a sidewalk and talking to them. I'd never done that before. It's like, I have to learn how to do this. Like how to have like a quick interaction with someone on a sidewalk.
Oh yeah.
I remember that was just like fascinating to me my entire first semester. But
like you were always late to class because you like talked to every single person.
How's it going? I'm like, pretty good. I'm on my way to financial accounting, which, I think it'll be fun.
Sounds kind of redundant, but
yeah. But I was in the honors program at SBU.
Okay. Shout out Anderson.
Right away. Yeah, shout out Anderson. Exactly. So I like the get to know you questions because I feel like you can get a pretty good sense of like how cool someone is from get to know you questions. Like right away, you can just tweet out, wow, braggy. Just like
sure.
My fun fact would probably be that I have the highest GPA ever in my high school's history. And I was valedictorian and, it's like 3 fun facts rolled into one about how great they are. Heard so much of that first day of college. It's already like, or I guess it was pre-college. It's like college purgatory. You go there like 5 days early for welcome week. And
that's rough.
And you just get to know them like right away. I'm just like, there's got to be somebody normal in this group. There's got to be just like all these answers right away. Just want to brag so much on how cool they are. And then, I found Anderson. I was like, thank God. So this guy's got a sense of humor. He played high school sports. Fine. I think we're the only two in here that played high school sports.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the college tennis team. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Found him, found Caitlin Zerker. So yeah, lifelong friends. We're in that group.
Just
and it's
because they,
because they knew how to play Never Have I Ever.
I'm really bad at that though. Like when she said like, what would your fun fact be? Like, I think if you're listening to 123 episodes of us, you think I'm a decently interesting person, but I can't think of a thing for that kind of thing.
Really?
Like what would I say? That's like, and unless I'm like trying to brag about myself, just like, I think I'm a funny person.
No,
like,
don't do that.
Of course not.
But yeah.
Of course. That's not even a fact. It's an opinion.
Do a self-deprecating fun fact.
I punched a girl in the face one time. That is one thing I like always talk about.
That'll get the people going a little bit.
I've talked about that before.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's a fun one. I would probably nowadays I'd do the tick bite thing. Like it's interesting, but it's not like a boast by any means.
Right.
It's kind of a bummer. Maybe the synesthesia thing. Maybe the like the worst is if I were to like. So I've actually been on a number of TV shows.
I was gonna say you have plenty of facts.
Today's Show, Ellen's Show. Anyone heard of Ridiculousness? I was on one called Amazingness. Not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would just be awful. I've never talked to that person.
You wouldn't?
I would talk to him, but talk to everybody. But that would annoy me. You can't do that.
You have to do it in the right way. But probably
the right way is it comes up organically months down the road, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much more to this guy. I already liked him. Now it turns out he's been kissed by Pamela Anderson. I had no idea."
Yeah, that's fair. You're right.
That's why I'm such a big fan of like when I've like dated girls in the past who like didn't listen to the podcast, didn't know anything. I'm like, this is awesome. We can slowly discover things about each other.
Yeah.
Rather than you being like, oh yeah, I know everything.
So if you're listening out there, stop. Or don't solicit yourself to Jake.
What was it?
For your services.
Yeah. Never mind. I was trying to think of that. Whatever. Something else. Move on.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I would say to the fact. I always like one of the ones I used to say was I play mandolin. That's super fun, right?
That's cool.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like you hear that, you're like, that's like if I was in your group at Welcome Week honors program, you'd be like, that guy's a loser. I'm not like
probably.
Anderson's cool, Caitlin's cool. That guy plays a mandolin. I don't even know what that is.
It's not even the fact. It's like how you say it. Like, do you show that you're capable of like having a good personality in your fun fact? Like, do you show a little self-awareness? Do you show a sense of humor? That's what I'm looking for as you deliver your fun fact.
Huh.
Like you introduce your fun fact almost based off of someone else's. Like, all right, now I know I'm not Alex, and I'm doing this. That. Like, do you show that you have like a sense of like I want to make people laugh? Am I aware? Am I a good listener? Like, that's your chance to show people. They're like, yeah, I get it. I know how to like be a good friend. I know how to like interact socially.
Sure.
They're very telling times.
Yeah, I love it. I'd probably fail your test though. Because I would be like, I'm trying to get in and out of this thing as quick as possible.
Dang. Good thing we didn't go to college
Seriously, man. No, we would have found each other.
We would have found each other. Yeah. Talent show.
Yeah, for sure. Dominate that talent show.
Dude, that was so great. Anderson and I got asked to host the school-wide talent show as like sophomores. It's like, do you even know who we are? Do you even know you want us to? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like there's just got to be other people better in this, but it's so fun.
That is awesome.
Okay. Another voice memo, perhaps. We got so many from people from Australia. They're like multiple back to back, and I don't remember which ones are which. So,
well, I tweaked our algorithm to where we like show up a lot in SEO for that because I master SEO. I mastered it, so that's why if you look up podcast in Australia, you'll see Ghostrunners.
Okay, you should try to do that for every country. Have you ever thought about doing that?
I have not. That's a good idea.
That would be fun, though.
So like maybe United States next.
Do United States and then British. Just anyone who speaks British.
British and Colombia's.
British and Colombia's.
Okay.
Down south.
Down south, like Texas?
Colombia.
Oh, Colombia.
Yeah, British Columbia's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, here's Australia.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Grace from Australia. First and foremost, I'd like to claim the title of President of Australia. And then also, is it possible to send merch to the President of Australia? Because that would be awesome.
Awesome.
And then finally, Jake, did you come across any drop bears when you were down under? Anyways, got to hit the frog and toad. Hooroo.
Okay.
Drop bears?
Frog and toe? Frog and toe.
There were no vowels in whatever she just said to me. Did you see any drop bears?
Drop bears?
Drop go.
Drop bears.
Go.
Do you see any drop bears?
Did you see any gongs while you were down there?
I had to ask Jake, did you see any drop bears? What?
I don't know what she said.
Oh, drop bears. I'm looking it up. No, those are terrifying.
Oh, are they scary?
Wait. But then the first 3 pictures are like these really vicious looking bears. The fourth one is just a koala. So maybe that's just the name.
Some sort of hybrid. Drop bears.
Fourth one looks real cute, but when they get going, they are not fun. Or when they get wet, ew.
Don't get a drop bear wet. Not worth it.
Whoa. I have no idea. You gotta send in another voice. What was her name?
Grace.
Grace, send in another voice memo to tell us what this is all about.
Grace.
There's this drop bear height chart. I think I know it's a joke. It's a joke, or else we'd heard about this. There's a 1 meter drop bear, and then there's the average man, and there's a 5 meter drop bear. There's no way there's a 15-foot tall.
Looks like an elephant.
Exactly.
Drop bear. Maybe that was stuffed.
Did
That's
you
a
see any of
decoration. Grace, while I was in Australia, I did not see any drop bears.
Sorry,
Not once.
Grace.
Not a single drop bear.
We didn't see any of the drop bears.
Drop bears down there now.
No. Bye.
But Brad, can we ship to Australia for the president?
I'm going to work on it. I will say, if you are wanting merch and you don't see exactly what it looks like, or you don't see your size, let us know. Because if you are abnormally, no, I shouldn't say that word. If you're like extra small or like triple X, quadruple XL, like let us know. And because some of them have those colors and sizes, and some of them are out of stock of certain things. So rather than having to worry about all the different headaches of like, oh, the extra small doesn't have red, but it has blue, white, and black, I just didn't do extra smalls. I didn't do 3X, 4XL for a lot of them. But if you want one, holler, we'll make it happen.
And maybe send them down under.
And yes, we can definitely figure out how to send it down under. So,
let's put another t-shirt in the Barbie.
Yeah, just holler at me and we'll make it happen.
Make it happen.
Ghostrunners.life. You can send us an email. You can send us Instagram message.
A Gene Shorts comedy comment. That's probably a good place for us to see it.
Yeah, we will see it, but don't just do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
But love all the Gene Shorts comments, though.
Amazing.
Micah Stelling, got his name right this time. Just still crushing it.
Someday.
Oh, and I think
Yeah.
we talked about this in the ESPN chat with other Ghostrunners.
We figured out how we're going to do the March Madness story.
Yeah, do you like that plan?
I think so.
I talked to her about it, and she was down.
Oh, her. What could that mean?
What could that mean? There's a little teaser.
There's the first clue.
I talked to her about it, and she's down.
Okay.
So I think next week it'll
she's down.
She's down under.
Get it?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a fun way to deliver it.
I like it.
So
get on our Patreon. I'll just say that.
Probably something's coming. Let's do one last one.
Please, Australia.
Hey, Jake and Brad. My name's Carly. I'm a nurse in Kansas City. But in high school, I ran cross country, and I personally think it's one of the best sports ever.
No way.
But, you pretty much just run. So I get how people think it's incredibly boring.
Yeah.
But we used to do different things to try to make it as fun as possible. Like we'd do parkour on random things that we found on our run. Sometimes we would take a golf ball and play catch, like we would chuck it or bounce it off the ground, and then one of us had to run after it and try to catch it. Just a lot of stuff. On Halloween, we did themed runs. We would go sometimes in the morning with glow sticks and do glow-themed runs. So we just did everything we could to make, a 10-mile run in 100-degree weather, or when it's snowing, a lot more fun. So my question to you guys is, what's the most boring sport you can think of, and what would you do to make it fun? Love you guys.
I like that.
So
did her time run out? Or
no, she had more time.
I love it. And kind of had an exhale, like she was about to say something, and they're just like, I'm done.
Brad, you've always been a good friend to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So how's your week been? Like, what's new?
Yeah. Dude, I was talking to your mom the other day.
Yeah.
Dang. Like I can't even do it. That makes me uncomfortable.
Brad, guess who
no,
I was hanging out with the other day?
I don't like this game. I don't like it. You guys did this on Correct Opinions one time where you just leave things up in the air.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
It bothered me, dude.
Really?
I don't like
this?
it.
Oh, I could do this all day.
Please don't. This is my 8K camera. This is my episode of
we each get one.
Yeah.
This is my 8K camera. That's such a funny reference.
I love, Carly. Carly was her name?
Carly Sanders.
Thanks, Carly.
Nurse in KC.
Yeah. Hey.
Thanks for helping out the locals.
Maybe if you stop listening to the podcast, Jake would be interested. I'm just kidding.
Maybe you worked at urgent care. We would already met.
Yeah, that's right. Did you feel resistance?
Too much. That's a good question. No, that's a good question.
Okay. First of all, I get it. Like cross country, just like any other group thing, if you have great camaraderie, is going to be fun. So
yeah, it could be great.
It sounds like that was what you had to lean on because the sport itself is so unfun. Like that's what I'm hearing is like, and also while you did your sport, you had to basically play other sports.
Yeah.
Like, so we also did this like thing where as we're running, we like threw a ball and somebody else had to try to catch it or like go after it if they don't catch it right away. That's called baseball.
And then we would split up into teams. So you basically have two teams running after a ball. There's just one ball that you kind of fight over. It's kind of like there's different field position and playing.
Okay. So you're playing soccer. Sometimes we kick the ball. But man, it was more fun if there was a ball involved. Yeah. That's the point.
I think it's hilarious too that of all the balls, they chose like one of the densest and bounciest ball. I mean, that just sounds brutal. Like
that would hurt.
One drop of the golf ball, and this thing is moving across the street, and it's dangerous to cars. It's dangerous to humans. I wouldn't go jogging with a golf ball. I'm like, this will be fun. This is like what a 4-year-old does. Like, Hattie, why don't you give me the golf? Here's a Nerf ball. Let's play with that.
Yeah. Or anything else. Like
just anything else than a golf ball is better.
A tennis ball would be great.
Tennis ball is perfect.
Tennis ball's the answer. Tennis ball's the answer. Most boring sport to honestly, golf is like seems like the most. And the way to make it better, I think, is what she asked, is be good at it. I think, and then it'd be really fun. It'd be a really fun sport, but it's also super boring if you watch the game being played. I think.
The most boring sports to me are sports like bowling. I've never been able to get into it because it's so much of the same exact thing. There's no variables.
Sure.
There's no like, the only variable is like, how bad did I do my last roll? Okay, now I've been given a new scenario. But even then, there's only so many options.
That's fair.
That's kind of what's fun about golf as I'm discovering how to play this game is like, every round of 18, I am shooting a new shot that I've never done before. Like, oh, wow, okay, I'm like off the rough, but not quite in the bunker. One foot's in the bunker. This is a new shot. Hey, how's this going to go?
Okay.
You know, it's like, there's so much like, you're in a new environment, you have new variables.
Yeah.
So the most boring sports are like, cross country or bowling, even track, you could argue. It's just like kind of like, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like people who are nervous about track, come on. You're either fast or you're not. Are you faster than the person next to you? Great. Don't be nervous.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but there's like something mental about like
performing.
Yeah. Bowling is the answer. You're right.
Bowling sucks.
Is bowling a sport?
Probably, but it sucks.
Yeah. You're right though. It's like the exact same. There's no variables.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it was a little bit cold in the bowling alley one day. And so
popcorn machine was down.
Yeah.
Bummer. I like to snack with my offhand.
You're like holding the ball in one hand, like, good shot. Good shot, Marvin. Nice. Like,
is it bowling kind of nuts that like we just willingly throw our fingers, which we just got done eating with, inside of the holes that everyone else is sticking their fingers in holes of?
Yeah, I don't want to think about that too much.
Yeah,
you're
there would be resistance. Right. Yeah. I'll tell you who would like that. Right, Ramesh Patel. He'd get his fingers in some holes.
Dude, let's keep saying his name.
Let's get him on the pod.
If you're gonna do that, Ramesh, yes, we should be like, we have a podcast about the hospitality world.
Industry,
and we got your name from your high school receptionist. Oh yeah, I love her.
I'm sure you get this a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Ramesh, whatever his name is.
Ramesh.
Anyway,
Carly Sanders, great voice memo. Lives in Kansas City. Never even like seen or heard of this girl. I've never seen a comment or anything from her.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Carly Sanders.
Probably new. Just got here.
Thanks for getting here.
Thanks for getting here.
Thanks for running.
Brad, do you have a review of the week? Because I do.
Thank you.
And I will go first with my review of the week.
This is like our first time ever doing the reviews of the week.
Right. I don't think we've done this before. This is from Cass Daddy. Does that sound familiar?
No.
Now that I just said it out loud, I'm like, maybe.
No.
She said, you guys, top 2 stories to date. Brad describing his completely calm, cool, and collected ice cream outing with his kids, and Jake's chaotic encounter with a 200-year-old lady on the airplane. You have me busting out laughing every week, but those two nearly brought me to tears. I can't read.
But those two
nearly brought tears to my eyes, and I know I've been in similar situations to both. Shout out to my friend Kayla, with a C, who introduced me to you guys a few months ago. I've officially caught up and now understand all of the inside jokes. Thanks for keeping the vibes high and making every Monday morning something to look forward to. Love you guys. Thank you, Cass Daddy. I'm glad people like that woman on the airplane story. That was one of those that like I almost didn't even tell because I didn't realize necessarily how funny it was or whatever. But
it's amazing, like the the segments or like the memories that we have of things that I'm like, we almost didn't probably talk about that.
Yeah.
Like I'm glad we mentioned that one thing that then led to that thing.
Yeah.
So no, I love that story. Okay. And thank you for complimenting my story as well. Mine's from Son of Fire. Ooh.
Okay.
Jake and Brad is what it's called. It says, "Sup, Jake and Big Daddy, listening to the pod and loved the cross country shout out. I'm a state champion."
Oh, get to know you games with
Okay,
this guy.
a little icebreaker, who runs cross country for Tahoma High School in Seattle. I listen to the pod while I run and it really gets me in the zone. You guys are the mans. You guys are the mans. You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here, folks.
Please never quit potting. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, that's one. If I'm going to run, it'd be fun to listen to the Ghostrunners podcast.
You gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta.
And especially cross country, because you're running for like 18 hours at a time.
Yeah, so you're welcome. Giving you something.
Cool. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you for the reviews, all the YouTube comments, Gene Shorts, Ghostrunners, wherever you're leaving them. Appreciate it.
Yes. I have. Yes. Go ahead. Ask.
Okay.
Sorry. I was trying to figure who sang this song.
Brad, would you like to end this episode with a jingle for everyone?
I would.
If you guys don't know, Brad ends each episode with jingle as long as, I ask him and he gives his consent.
Yes. Because one time you didn't ask and I recorded it and I said, actually, Jake, I didn't appreciate that.
One star review.
Yeah. We said stop record. We're done with this. So
who wrote this one?
Emily Schmidt.
She's back.
She's back.
With a little different genre here.
I'm not trying to say, you want to talk about a little different genre. She said in her email, I'm also working on Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Oh,
if
perfect.
Jake ever wants to do another jingle.
Emily, I'm down. If you ever want to write me a rap, I'll figure it out.
Absolutely. So
I was just doing my Eminem earlier. Ridiculous, chrysalis, sippiness, nibbiness.
Careful. All right.
Yeah. I got syphilis.
Whoa.
You want the 5-minute one? Is that the instrumental?
I don't know. I haven't listened to the instrumental of this song yet, but probably.
Sick. Here we go. That was something.
That was something.
That was powerful.
That was, yeah.
I loved the mashup.
Did you ever listen to Girl Talk back in the day?
What is Girl Talk?
Oh my gosh. The greatest DJ ever. Like, I think it was like, he was like a mashup artist before mashups were like a thing.
Before DJ Earworm?
Maybe. Yeah.
Similar to Big Worm.
Oh man. Look up, if you're 21 or over, look up Girl Talk, Play Your Part. Part 2, I think is what it's called.
Wow.
He's got a whole, the whole album is awesome, but the end, he like did such good mashups of like old school like rock with new school like stuff like that. And so he literally did Pop, Lock, and Drop It with that song.
Oh, really?
And it's so pretty. It's so good, dude. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. But like, yeah, whatever. I could talk about Girl Talk forever. He's really good. But he uses rap songs, and so it's pretty inappropriate.
But it sounds nice.
My gosh. Yeah. The Night Ripper is his best album, in my opinion. And then right after it, what's it called? The one that has Play Your Part on it. Anyway, Play Your Part, Girl Talk. Play Your Part. Oh man, it's so inappropriate, guys, but it's so fun. Feed the Animals is what it's called.
Feed the Animals, huh?
I went to a Girl Talk concert one time. Let me just tell you. And it's awesome. It's literally just this guy that comes up on stage and like has a MacBook. He doesn't even like act like he's like some crazy, amazing DJ that has like all this stuff. He's got a MacBook and he just kind of starts bobbing and like playing some music. And then he like presses some more music on there. I mean, so he's playing stuff like, and by the end of it, like first he comes out with like this hoodie on, like pretty chill. By the end of it, his shirt is completely off.
I like that.
And like probably 50% of the audience is on stage dancing.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Kind of the Ramesh Patel treatment.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody come on here and have your shirt off.
It was awesome. I went my junior year of high school. I don't know why my parents let me go, but
Sweet.
It was so much fun. So yeah, Girl Talk. I haven't thought about Girl Talk in a long time until they played Faithfully and made me think of Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Beautiful.
All right.
Well, hey, this has been Boy Talk with Jake and Brad. This is Ghostbusters episode 123. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for listening elsewhere. And check out our videos on G Schwartz Comedy. Merch is live today at noon.
Let's
Thursday and
go.
Monday. Go get some fall merch. Enter to win a custom cutting board.
Let me just go ahead and plug something real quick. If you're not already a member of Patreon, it's time to get on Patreon membership right now, because Patreon members, the first couple of days usually when merch drops, get a percentage off. And so if you are going to buy merch anyway, you might as well get on Patreon and basically save the money that you would spend on a Patreon membership normally.
Get it right back.
Yeah, get it right back from the merch discount.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So if you're not on Patreon yet, just know there's a discount code out there. You're spending too much on merch if you're not. So
there you go.
Please join.
And you get to see the merch before everyone else too. Got to get to
also
give some feedback.
Yeah, they've seen it weeks ago.
Yeah. So there's some stuff.
Thanks for supporting us in any way. Even if you just listen, we are supportive, or we feel supported by you. So
yeah, I think last thing I want to say, like, I know a lot of you guys have been listening for a really long time.
I hate that. I can't. Okay. Say it, and then I won't say anything, and then stop the recording. But just know I love you guys, and you go ahead.
You're really squandering this.
Yeah, and like there's something that like comes inside of me. That's how I get. Yeah, there's something like whatever. Go ahead.
I just think, obviously, Brad and I appreciate your support.
Ghostrunners podcast. Everybody